Mm. Good morning, slow phone.
Bloyd.
It's BBL Lloyd.
BBL Lloyd. What's up, BBL Lloyd?
I've got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Now, before you ask your question, what's country are you in, and what's your ethnic background?
So I'm Australian, but I'm ethnically South Sudanese.
Okay. What tribe?
I'm from the Dinka Awul tribe.
There you go. Over there with this Myron Gaines. You're some of Myron Gaines people.
Yes, but he's Sudanese. He's not South Sudanese. So he's from, yeah.
Y'all were all colonized by Britain, so same thing to us. But go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to know, were you responsible for starting an FBA movement to attack Africans, continental Africans? Like, is that like your goal?
Well, first of all, there is no FBA movement. FBA is a lineage, so we don't even have to move. Your lineage is going to be your lineage.
But I just feel like a lot of FBAs, they praise you and they say you're the leader of FBAs.
Not one person, ma'am. You are a pathological liar. There's not one person on the planet.
I'm not a liar.
You are
I've been
a liar.
on panels. I've been on panels.
Nobody on that planet has said I'm their leader. Not one person.
Many people have. I've heard that every time.
No, they haven't.
Many people. But your name's always mentioned. Why did I come up on your
Nobody
panel?
has said I'm their leader. Ma'am, you just told a blatant lie.
Why do you think it's a lie if I'm telling
Because
you?
a lot of you tethers are liars. That's why you have to flee your homeland, because you can't build nothing by being liars. Nobody has said I'm their leader, and I've never claimed to be anybody's leader. You cannot be the leader of a lineage.
But they're saying you're the reason why the FBA movement is going against a lot of Africans and continental Africans.
Tethers say that because tethers are liars. Non-FBAs say that.
But they're not tethers that are running these panels.
They
How
are
are they
tethers saying
tethers?
that.
They're Black Americans.
No, they're
that are
not.
saying this.
No, they're not. They're lying like you're lying.
How am I lying? I don't
You
get
just
that.
lie because you're a liar.
So I'm a liar for saying that.
You're a liar for telling a lie.
Okay, well, if
You
I'm a liar,
you're not. There's nobody who's the leader of a lineage, ma'am. That makes not only is that a lie, that's a lie that makes zero sense.
Okay, so if I'm a liar, then why do you always go to Senegal for a holiday if you don't like Africans?
I've been to Senegal once, ma'am.
Okay, so why would you go to Senegal if you hate Africans?
Why did you say I always go to Senegal? You just lied again, ma'am. What's all this lying about? Why do you tethers just get frustrated and your reaction is just to start lying incessantly?
But why do you go to Africa if you don't like Africans? That's my point.
You just said I always go to Senegal. I've been to Senegal.
It doesn't matter how many times you've gone.
But it's your lie.
Africa.
But
why
it's
are you
your
going
lie.
to Africa? You don't like Africans.
It's your lie, though.
Why are you eating Senegalese food? Like you hate Africans. I don't get it.
That's another lie. I never said I hate Africans.
That's not a lie. There's actual evidence, video evidence. There's many videos out there of you going to Senegal and eating African food and enjoying FBA money. You're enjoying FBA money.
There's
many videos. I can actually DM that to you. I can DM that to you. You can call me a liar.
It's not.
And I'm happy to DM that to you after this panel.
You don't have it because you're a liar, man.
I do. You just have to wait till I drop off. Well, okay. Well, we'll see what you say.
What do you think lying is? Are you lying out of frustration? What are you lying about, man? Let's have an intervention. Are you lying? Are you lying because you can't tether on to us? I mean, what's all this lying going to do?
Why would I want to tether onto you? I have my own culture.
Because you come from a failed homeland.
How's my country failed?
Ma'am, you're from the Sudan.
I'm from South Sudan, not the Sudan.
Which is the same thing. It's all dilapidated.
It's not the same thing.
It's all
It's not the same thing.
Well, it is the same. It's all failed.
How is it all failed?
You ain't there, ma'am. That's proof that it's failed. You had to escape from your own homeland.
I didn't escape from my own homeland. I can go there tomorrow if I wanted to.
But you don't want to. You're never going back.
I've been there many times.
No, you
What do you
haven't,
mean?
beloved. No, you
Yes, I
haven't.
have. Is
I've
it
been to
because of my
Africa.
accent?
I've been to
You
Africa
have
more
not.
than
I've been to
you.
Africa more than you, actually. I've been
I've
to
been there
many
more
parts of
than you.
Africa.
Yeah, you
You've
ain't
been to
going back.
Africa more than me, and
Yeah,
you're an FBA?
you're a refugee. Yeah, fake laughing doesn't hide the fact that you're a refugee. Is that the ticklish tether?
Wait,
Oh, we got a
how
ticklish
am I a
tether.
how am I a refugee? I was born here. I was born in Australia. How does that make me a
Oh, so
refugee?
you're an anchor baby. Oh, that's even worse. Good Lord.
There's no
Yeah.
anchor babies in Australia. Do you know how Australia
You
works?
are.
It's nothing like America.
Yeah,
You don't become Australian just because you're born there, by the way. You actually have
but
to gain citizenship.
ma'am, you don't have a Sudanese accent. You have an Australian accent, ma'am.
Why
You're
would
an
I have
anchor
a
baby.
Sudanese accent?
You're an anchor baby. That's why.
I can still speak Sudanese more fluently than any other continental South Sudanese person.
But yeah,
So I didn't get that.
you know, what Sudanese language is absolutely useless outside of Sudan.
Sudanese language is not a language. It's Dinka. The language is Dinka for my
Ma'am, and
people.
y'all basically speak Arabic loan words, ma'am. Stop it.
Yeah, we speak Arabic too, but that's not my
Right,
problem. So you're
right.
gonna blame me that my people were colonized by Arabs?
No, but I mean, come on, let's just tell the whole truth. I'm just saying, just tell the whole truth. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we
I am
don't.
telling the whole truth. I'm not lying
Right,
about anything.
right. So why are you so frustrated about our delineation? What's that about? Because all that lying means usually that's from frustration. Why are you frustrated about us delineating?
I'm so glad you guys are delineating. You guys should be your own people.
We've
Africa
always
has
been our
nothing to
people.
do. Yeah, but like you guys have been talking about it for years. When are
Talking
we
about
gonna
what?
when are you guys gonna delineate officially? It's been like 6 years we've been having these conversations. So
Well,
when is the
the
process gonna
conversation is
happen?
because of you tethers whining about us delineating. That's what the conversation is about. Why y'all whining so much?
No one's whining. We're actually happy you're delineating. Go be your own people. Actual
No, if you were
continental
so happy,
Africans,
you
they
wouldn't.
don't care.
Ma'am, you call me. We're never in your spaces when y'all talking about bush meat and camel milk and all that shit. We're never in your spaces, but you're in our spaces all the time, just like you call me lying, right?
We don't wait, hold on. Bushmeat is a West African thing. Do you understand that I'm East African? Are
Ma'am,
you
if you don't stop,
you're generalizing all
you saying they ain't
Africans.
got bush meat in Sudan?
You're
Are we gonna
generalizing
go there?
all Africans.
Are you
Yes,
gonna
we can
say
go
they
there.
ain't got bush
Yes.
meat in the Sudan? Stop it,
We
ma'am.
don't have bushmeat.
The hell you don't.
Okay, so what bushmeat do we eat in South Sudan then? Tell
Ma'am,
me.
in anything you can catch in the bush, and you wash your hair in cow urine, ma'am.
Yeah, this is why I don't want to talk to anybody from East Africa or North Africa. This is exactly why. They're just goofies. They're just goofies. It's useless talking to them.
Okay, washing our hair in car urine is a spiritual thing.
Oh,
That has
really?
nothing to do with it.
What
That
spirit are
has
you
nothing to
getting with
do
cow
with
piss on your head? What spirit is that?
it's a cultural practice that we do that has been happening in South Sudan for decades. That has nothing to do with bushmeat.
Ma'am, if you don't stop telling these pissy head lies,
PC head lies.
pissy head lies, ma'am. Y'all let animals pee on your hair, then you eat the bush meat, ma'am. Come on, let's stop playing
And
games.
I am so proud of my culture, and
No,
I
you're
love
not.
cow piss, and cows can piss in my head any day.
I
It's my
believe
cultural
that.
practice. It's my
I
cultural
believe that.
practice, and I'm proud of that. I'm a proud African. So you guys can be in the comments and laughing at me. I don't care. It's not funny. This is my culture. Tariq, how would you feel if I'm
Right.
laughing at your culture and your Black American people? How would you feel if I'm laughing about your cultural practices? It's not funny, is it?
Ma'am, our cultural practices are revered globally.
Ain't nobody
Everybody
looking out for
emulates our
that.
cultural practice, our music, our dance, our style of dress. Nobody's going around nowhere else washing their hair in cow piss. I'm sorry.
Yes, because it's a distinct South Sudanese culture. The Dinka of all people
Right.
practice that. Nobody else would do that,
And cow piss is
obviously.
nasty. Right. We
Yes,
don't.
okay, you can say it's nasty, but that's just how our people were brought up. It's a
I
spiritual
know
thing where
this.
we
So yeah,
practiced
y'all
it.
can't say nothing. Ain't no pissy
So,
head tether.
what, having cow
A
piss is a
pissy head
bad
tether
thing?
can't say nothing to us, ma'am.
I'm not how am I a pissy hair tether because I'm South Sudanese?
Yeah, y'all can't say nothing to us about anything, ma'am. Come on, dear. Come on, BB Lloyd, whatever your name is.
It's BBL Lloyd.
Got it. Got it. Now, have you ever been to the United States? You ever been here?
I've been to Long Island, New York 2 years ago, and
Hmm.
it was a good experience, but like I don't have anything bad to say about that. But I have
Got
been
it.
once. Yeah.
Got it. So since you've been over there in Australia, y'all ain't really got cows over there. So do you use kangaroo piss to shampoo your hair now? What do you do now?
Kangaroo.
What do you,
um. Oh my God. You're not funny. I'm not
I'm
laughing.
very
I just
funny.
can't.
This is
No,
even you had to
you're
laugh.
no,
Even you had to laugh at that.
you're
Come on
being
now. You
you're
had to
being
laugh at
ignorant.
that. Come on now.
You're
I'm very
being
funny.
ignorant. You're being ignorant.
I'm not being ignorant. Come on now.
Is that
And we
kangaroo?
don't do kangaroo piss. Like there's actual indigenous
I gotta
Australian.
run that back. That was funny.
Ain't no pissy
So
hair tether. Right. We
yes,
don't.
okay. You can say it's nasty, but that's just how our people are brought up. It's a
I
spiritual
know
thing that
this.
we
So yeah,
practice
y'all
it.
can't say nothing. Ain't no pissy
So
hair tether.
what? Having cow
A
piss is a
pissy hair
bad
tether
thing?
can't say nothing to us, ma'am.
I'm not how am I a pissy hair tether because I'm South Sudanese?
Yeah, y'all can't say nothing to us about anything, ma'am. Hmm? Come on, dear. Come on, BB Lloyd, whatever your name is.
It's BBL Lloyd.
Got it. Got it. Now, have you ever been to the United States? You ever been here?
I've been to Long Island, New York 2 years ago, and
Hmm.
it was a good experience. But like, I don't have anything bad to say about that. But I have
Got
been
it.
once. Yeah.
Got it. So since you've been over there in Australia, y'all ain't really got cows over there. So do you use kangaroo piss to shampoo your hair now? What do you do now?
Kangaroo.
What do
um. Oh my God. You're not funny. I'm not
I'm
laughing. I
very
just
funny.
can't.
This is
No,
even you had to laugh.
no,
Even you had to laugh at that.
you're
Come on
being
now. You
you're
had to
being
laugh at
ignorant.
that. Come on now.
You're
I'm very
being
funny.
ignorant.
Kangaroo
You're being
piss.
ignorant.
I'm not being ignorant.
Kangaroo
Come on now.
showers.
And we don't do kangaroo piss. Like there's actual indigenous Australians that have their own cultural practices that I have to respect. So
Hmm.
there's no such thing as kangaroo piss.
No,
They're not South
kangaroos do
Sudanese
pee.
people.
I
Yes,
just
of
want to know.
course, but they don't pee on people's heads like
Okay,
we
but so how
do.
do you get your spiritual nutrients now that y'all don't have the Sudanese cows? How do you get your spiritual piss?
Well, it's I have to go to South Sudan and do that. I can't
Oh,
do it in
okay.
Australia. It's a first
Got
world
it.
country. They don't practice that here. The cows have to be preyed upon and blessed. So it's a very
Got it.
cultural practice. Like
Got
you
it.
guys could say the same thing about Indians, and they shower in like animal poop, and they
Oh
have
yeah.
poop,
Oh yeah.
poop
Yeah.
festivals.
I say the same thing about them too. We don't do none of that bullshit either. Yep, I agree. Some we don't do either. We don't do that either. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what? You don't like South Sudanese people? Because I'm asking you
I don't
why.
dislike you. What do I don't? You don't have nothing to dislike. What don't I? You don't have nothing to dislike.
Okay, well, I think you're the reason why there's all these FBA people going around hating on continental Africans
What
and
do
a
you
lot of
have to
us
hate on,
Africans.
ma'am? What do you have to hate?
But why do they have all these TikTok panels speaking negatively about Africans all the time and saying they're
Ma'am,
not
have you
Africans
heard?
and they want to delineate?
Have you heard your fellow Sudanese Myron Gaines, who goes around over here denigrating us while he locks in step with the white supremacists against us? You don't hear that?
I do hear it, and I don't agree with Myron Gaines. He
Yeah,
doesn't
but you ain't
represent me
talking
or my
down on him though.
people.
You up here criticizing us for reacting to that nonsense. Your fellow tether comes to our homeland and denigrates us all the time, and we ain't supposed to say nothing. It don't work like that, beloved.
But
We,
Myron is speaking on a colonized mindset. He doesn't
we
even
don't give a
see
damn why
himself as a
he's doing
black
it. We don't
man.
care why he's doing it. Too many Myron Gaines are over here doing it, and we're checking everybody. And it didn't make me. I wasn't the one who made people do it. All right. People saw it and start checking it. You understand?
Okay, so like, does that explain why you go to Senegal and eat African food?
What else am I going to eat if I go to Senegal?
Well, why would you go to Senegal? I thought you don't like
Gaslighting.
Africans.
That's a lie that you told. That's why you proved yourself to be a liar. If I hated Africans, I wouldn't go. So you just proved I don't hate them. I went over there and had a great time.
I'm
I
glad
don't
you
have
had
a.
a great time. I'm glad you have a great time, but there's your people. hosting panels talking negatively about Africans, and they would never go to Africa, and Africans are degenerate and we're
Foundational Black
poor.
Americans go to Africa all the time.
No, they don't. A lot of them say they wouldn't go to Africa. They wouldn't touch Africa with a 10-foot pole.
Foundational Black Americans visit Africa all the time. What are you talking about?
Why would they touch, well, the good foundational Black Americans, because not all of them, but I'm talking about the radical foundational Black Americans.
What's the
radical
ones? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Now you're just making up your own categories.
I'm not making I'm making my own categories because I've spoken to these people, and the radical ones are the ones that literally, like, one example is FBA Red. He speaks very radically on Africans. He has very, like, prompts that are very harmful towards African people, like Black Americans, you know, and you have pictures of Africans kneeling down and kissing Black American feet, and he has a chain of FBA, these type
and there's
of
a bunch of there's a bunch of foundational Black Americans who go over there, and some of it even they marry into some of the African families over there. You got foundational Black Americans who marry Africans.
Well, that's being disingenuous, because you're spreading harmful rhetoric online, but in real life, you're interacting with Africans, you're going to Africa, you're eating our food, but then you're talking negatively about Africans on these panels.
No, they're not. We're talking about the people who do little janky shit and try to denigrate us, and then we have to gently remind them that, hey, you did shit on a curb and wipe your ass with a brick. So we just give people gentle reminders that they have to humble themselves when they come here and don't talk greasy. But man, there's 49, 50 million foundational Black Americans. All of them are not going to have the same reaction or disposition towards you, ma'am.
Well, I agree with you. I never said FBA are really nice and let me on their conversations.
Any FBA that invited to the conversation, that FBA is a sellout. I told y'all, I've been to these FBA panels. And while I'm cooking the tether like her, who disrespectful, the actual FBA, alleged FBA person will come to their defense. I'm gonna tell you why. I'll be like these simping FBA dudes. A lot of them will house some tether, so they really want to date the tether. So when somebody like me come over there, who's the cameraman, anybody can get, don't care how you look. The tether, the chimping out tethers will, the chimping out FBAs will fight against me to protect her. Tethers like her because they like how they look. These thirsty, dusty FBAs, and they will go against me to save her. I've experienced that. It was like a voluptuous Nigerian woman who'd be like, totally disrespect to FBAs. And when I was on the panel and I was trying to cook her, they kept defending her. Something said, let me go to her picture. I'm like, oh, these guys want to date this tether. I'm like, okay, it makes sense now. And I just got off. Yeah. So a lot of these dusty FBA men, these thirsty, horrible looking FBA men, be chimping out because they think some of the tethers look beautiful. So they will tolerate more and even defend them, hoping that they can, meet them one day. I experienced it for myself.
And they say negative things about Africans, and half of them never cross.
I don't give a damn how you look. Holly Berry or Hallelujah. I'm gonna cook you the same. Don't care.
Themselves. Come over
You can look
here.
like Holly Berry or Hellboy. Don't care. I'm gonna cook you equally. All right. Okay.
And just to integrate the very people that actually get here. Pejorative terms for us in West Africa.
What, at Qatar? Yeah.
Right. Yes.
the Jareer and a bead, it's mostly for people within continental Africa. It's not really specifically for Black Americans.
Oh, they use it for us. They get over here and use us. Oh yeah, they use us all the time.
Jareer just means nappy headed.
Right.
It's not really even an insult. Like there's nothing wrong with
used as
it's discussed tethers. You heard it right. Now she tried to defend Jareer. Now, but she said some FBA dusty dudes be allowing her on the panel. Now, those dusty FBA dudes, I guarantee you, they look like a goddamn chimpanzee. I guarantee you, chimping out for her, allowing her to disrespect and then act like Jareer ain't so bad. This is what's going on, yo. Yo, these FBAs will sell out the lineage for a voluptuous tether. And guess what? And she playing them. She ain't even like, they not interested. They need beauty too. You ugly in FBA circles, you ugly in tether circles, my guy. Nothing changes. You dig? Ugly is ugly. You got beautiful tethers, you got ugly tethers. You got beautiful white supremacists, you got ugly ones. You got beautiful FBAs, you got ugly ones. Ugly is ugly, beautiful is beautiful. All right. And we gotta stay on code. We gotta stay on code regardless of beauty. I'm saying right now, I give a goddamn how beautiful you are. You on the other side, it's demon time for me.
Used as a pejorative, though. It's used as a pejorative. You understand?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, we don't tolerate that. We're not tolerating.
So tethers and white supremacists will try to go to the etymology of the word. No, this ain't a bad word, the hard ER. It just means an ignorant person. Oh, Jareer, Akata, Yankee, all these terms, they ain't bad. It just means this. Not knowing by language. In language, you have literal definitions and you have application of the word, which makes it a connotation, right? A negative connotation, which become a pejorative word, a slur. You dig? Those things. It's the way you like. For example, let's say flowers. If enough people use flowers in a disrespectful way towards people that we don't like, and we're being prejudiced, we're discriminating, we're attacking people, we're being xenophobic, divisive, and we use flowers as that divisive, xenophobic, discriminatory term, yes. When you call somebody flowers, yes, flowers would take on a negative connotation. That's how language works. It works like that. Context and the usage defines the word, not just the literal definition. I be trying to teach folks, but they don't be listening.
That's all it is. So
you don't have to tolerate it, and I don't disagree with you.
We're making people accountable.
But I don't want you guys to see Africans as a monolith and grouping all of us together, because not all of us feel this way about Black.
Meanwhile, she just made FBAs a monolith. Hilarious.
Black Americans, or we care about you guys.
You just said FBAs be doing all this. You lumped all of us together.
No, because
and then not only that, then try to say I'm the leader of 50 fucking million people. What kind of shit is
you
that?
are.
I'm not the leader of I ain't the leader of 50 million people.
They are. They're saying that Tariq Nasheed started the FBA movement.
I promise I ain't the leader of 50 million people.
Well, I can send you videos and photos and screenshots of every conversation I've had, because I've actually got evidence about this stuff. I'm not making it up from the top of my head.
You got evidence of what? What? You talking to trolls in chat rooms on TikTok?
Well, how do I know they're
trolls?
That's not
evidence, ma'am.
But they're claiming they're FBA and Black American. How do I know they're trolls?
Yeah, if anybody, somebody said I'm.
Yeah, but how do you know they're FBA though?
The leader. Those are trolls and tethers who lie like that. Ain't nobody said I'm their leader, because I ain't. I ain't the leader of no 50 million people. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Anything else here? Anything else?
No, that's all. I'm going to drop.
Okay, what's that noise in the back? Is that cow piss? Are you about to get your hair shampooed? What's that in the
Have a
back?
good day, Tariq.
All right,
Thanks.
dear.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Okay. Ma'am, you're not gonna come in here and try to lie. You're not gonna do that. She said the cow piss is spiritual. Good Lord.
Cow PP is spiritual. Wow. Hey, listen, man. On TikTok, if you are of African descent, um, Haitian, West Indian, or a Pan-African, invite yourself up, man. I want to have a conversation with you. Okay, African descent, Haitian, West Indian, or Pan-African. Come up and talk to me, man.
Man, and we all the same. You out your damn mind. You out your mind. And we ain't different? Shit. Yeah, we're different. All right? Yeah, we're different, ladies and gentlemen. Man. Boy, these people, they are a piece of work, aren't they? Man. Whew, boy, these people are a doozy, man. These people are a doozy.
All right. So I'm gonna play a Marquette video. I even reached out to Marquette in a comment, and he had to get it because he uploaded a video that had about 100 views, and I was the God damn. He uploaded a video that had about 100 views, and I was like the only comment. And I was like, why you keep calling Africans, specifically South Africans? Why you keep calling South Africans black? Like, I hear people, say Africans are black, and like moving, right? But Mark, like, he makes it his business to keep forcing that type of language. And I'll be honest with him. Some things I like, some things I don't like. I'm just like, I already sold him, buddy. He seemed kind of cool, but kind of gives scamming vibes, hard scamming vibes. But he seemed kind of cool, you know. Um, I'm not impressed with his debates. They all be crash outs. I'm gonna play a few of them. Exhibit A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. You dig? But although he got some debates pretty good, where he does good, but a lot of them go left. They end up being personal attacks. More, I'm gonna say more than half be personal attack. I'm not really impressed because you don't really hear the debate. You hear the insults. But anyway, he is going out of his way to purposely, to intentionally call Africans black when it's not needed. God damn, yo, these illegals, man. Oh my God, these illegals. All they do is just do illegal stuff, man. Anyway, I'm gonna play a video. Cause one this morning where it was really like ticking me off, but he outdid himself with this video right here. Again, I don't want to speak to North Africans. I do not want to speak to East Africans. I don't want to speak to nobody from the Middle East. I don't want to speak to no Semitic people. I don't want to speak to nobody from Europe. You dig? I don't want to speak to nobody European or white team. I only want to engage with people who are sub-Saharan descent. That's West African, South Central, Haiti, West Indies. And if you're in America, and a Pan-African, you call it from America. That's it. Everybody else is just a waste of time. You dig? We ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing in common, Whitney and Bobby. All right. So let me find this Marquette. Like I said, I'm not somebody who's gonna talk behind your back. I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, what's up with these videos, dude? If you going out your way to call South Africans black, it seems like some like agenda he's pushing. Because he keep claiming he got businesses in South Africa and employees. It's like, well, do you want us to patronize South Africa? So your businesses in South Africa, so you're calling these folks black to then cosplay as a black business when it's South African. So that's what this appears to me. Because he keeps saying he got employees in South Africa, he got business in South Africa, and he's calling these guys African. I'm sorry, he's calling these guys black. So it looks like you got a business in South Africa, you got employees in South Africa, and you call these folks black. It looks like the play is you're going to say support your black business in South Africa. Like that's just common sense to me. Like what you're setting up for. That ain't a black business, bro. That's an African business, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to like get ahead of that right now. Like, dude, we ain't gonna let you try some slick stuff. It's like a little low key finesse. You. All right. So let me go to Exhibit A. I know. I got African shook. I got people of African descent shook to invite themselves up. I mean, don't blame y'all. Don't blame y'all. Nobody can go against the lineage and win. Okay? Anyway, let me proceed. No, 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 no. You, you wait. All right. Yes, it's find this video. And for y'all that know Africans are not black, it's going to rub you the wrong way too. It ain't just me. You'll see. It's like you got an agenda, yeah. Hold on. Found it. Yeah, he gonna pop it off on some weirdo stuff. Let me share my screen for YouTubers because TikTokers, yeah, I am dual live streaming, dual live streaming, DUAL live streaming. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm new to TikTok. I'm trying to grow my TikTok. I understand. I understand I'm new on TikTok. I understand my audience is low. This is how you grow a channel. This is how I grew FBA News and Updates, which is now called Black News and Facts. I start off with the same thing, 3, 5 people tuning in. I stayed consistent. I stayed constant. I stayed stern. I stayed with integrity. I stayed loyal, and I stayed informational, informative. And people stuck going, stuck going, stuck going. This is a mile run. This ain't a sprint. Got a brother joining, hoping he have a civil conversation. Don't chimp out. How you doing? Hello. Okay. So maybe that could have been a mistake. I ain't gonna knock you. I'm gonna knock you. But yeah, man, I'm human, man. I'm not a robot. You dig? You ain't gotta be afraid of me. You know what I mean? Invite yourself up. Highlight it. Lineage, a native Black American G. I know y'all want to debate me on that. Yeah, because I remember about a year ago, a lot of tethers was having an issue with FBA saying they're native. You dig? And y'all was going crazy with videos and rebuttals and all type of stuff. Well, I'm saying I'm native. So holla at me. Dig? Redirect your trolling to me. Redirect your arguments to me. I'm a native Black American. We are native Black Americans are 50 million deep in America. Okay? So if you got a problem that we're native, if you don't think Black Americans are native, if you don't think FBAs are native, holla at me. I got you. You'll be the first person to beat me online in a debate. I'm saying I'm native. I'm a native Black American. You dig? And Black Americans are native. All FBAs are native, by the way. Okay? That means 50 million people are native to this country. Okay, so I said it. So TikTok, you got first dibs. If you guys scared to challenge me on being native, because this was a big thing. A year ago, this was a big thing. The internet was crashing. Everybody was talking about how we're not native, right? Now I'm saying that everybody conceded. Like, yeah, well, if I'm biased, Ron is saying it must be true. He must got something up his sleeve. Yes, I do. I'm a magician. You're right. I do have something up my sleeve. It's called intellect. All right. I'm more smarter than you. Right? It's called IQ. It's called intellect. It's called just inability. You dig? Inner ability. It's called inner ability. It's called inherent inner ability. I got the FBA glow. The color is green, and the ancestors is like holding me up as though I'm the one. You feel me? So yeah, if you don't think Black Americans are native, I hear a lot of sassy clowns out there debating 2-3 hour debates. Yeah, I had people tell me straight up. Now these are debaters. They said it on their channel. I'm not debating unbiased Ron. Now I don't go. By the way, I don't go after weaklings, the peasants. I want your top scholars. I want the most read PhD, most lettered person to call in. You dig? And I'm telling you, the topic would be: Are Black Americans native to America? That's the topic. Now all of a sudden they don't want to talk about it. You feel me? So that means that they were gaslighting you guys and robbing you and rabbit holing you the whole time they knew you were native Black American. Because now I'm over here like, yo, let's get it. Let's debate this native thing. Nobody's interested all of a sudden. Y'all don't find that a little interesting? Y'all don't find that this was a big thing a year ago? How Black Americans were not native, but now I'm like, yo, I'll take that debate. I'll take that subject. Now all of a sudden nobody's interested. This is on YouTube and TikTok, by the way. But no TikTokers are interested and no YouTubers are interested. Matter of fact, let me put the YouTube link in the chat. Hold on. Now I'm saying it, everybody can see. Oh yeah, if he's saying it, he must got something. Well, yeah, you're right. I do got something. It's called an L for you. I'm gonna hand you over the L. And if somebody is silly enough to debate me on this, I want you guys to write down. That's all I ask in the family. If y'all hear me go in how we're native, write down what I say. Tell them Black Americans are native to this country. So Dr. Claude Anderson, right terminology, in FBA and took that. I think Native Black Americans is more fitting than foundational. You, hello? You were native before you were ever foundational in this country. Black Americans were native first and then foundational. So native Black Americans was a better terminology. We should have stuck with that because we are foundational, but we were native first. Okay. But there's a hierarchy. And native is that's why you hear me often saying NBA over FBA. I say native Black Americans a lot more so than FBA because we were native before we were foundational. Native is it overpowers foundational. It's a fact. It's a fact. Now, yeah, I know I study history, religion, politics, history, and linguistics and words and grammar. So if I say something, you guys should know I know what I'm saying. Okay, I don't say things I didn't research. I don't say anything I don't research. And when I research it, I know what I research. I know it's factual. I know it ain't fake news. I know it's the real deal. I know how to land it. Okay, I know how to land it where it hits. I know how to articulate it. I know how to debate it, and I know how to defend it. I'm driving, by the way. So you hear my horn. That's the horn. I'm driving. So this is the best time to get me. You got no chance with my laptop up. This is your best chance to get me. I'm driving. I'm headed home. So I'm saying Black Americans are native, and we were native before we were foundational. So any FBA want to debate or want to saying you, I, pull up. I don't spare nobody when it comes to information. Like, my religion is right information. My religion is right information. Now, I will cook anybody to get to that right information. Oh, let me put the link in the chat in the YouTube chat. Okay. I said we were native before foundation. Native is a more authentic term because native covers foundation. Hey, yo, moderators, yo, do me a favor and copy that link because I can't pin it. I'm on the wrong account. You see, that's Unbiased Ron, Unbiased Sports, whatever. I'm on the wrong account. So go ahead and copy that link. So when somebody talking spicy, just give them that link. And this is for anybody. This is for the brother Jabari, all these weirdos, these fake scholars. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, hey, man, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Brother Jabari, I like Shaka Almost, but you too, man. Click that link. Let's talk. Now, Shaka Almost, I think about him is that he'll research before he click that before he click that link. And he'll research and he'll know to tap out. Like, yeah, he's on point. I ain't about to chimp out. Big. But let me get to the Marquette video where he keep calling South African black as though he's an agent. Big. Hold on. We got somebody. Give me a second. I'm gonna invite you in. Let me just do what I do. Okay. And be cordial. You feel me? When you join me, you got to talk all crazy. Ain't got Togo. I need time. Okay, so joining me is brother Hammer from YouTube because the TikTokers then tapped out. They got all that smoke for other channels, other spaces, but when I invite open invitations, nobody's interested. Funny. What's up, brother Hammer?
Yo, my man, yo, it's crazy how they never step up to the plate. They never challenge you. I mean, you one of the most intelligent, and they never ever step up and challenge you. But they got so much to say on
Right.
other screaming, hollering
Uh-huh.
channels, you know, and
Right,
they
right.
be up in there. They got so much to say. But when it comes to you and a couple of others I can name, which I won't, but I'm sure you know their names, but they
No, no,
don't.
no. Give them. You could give them.
You know, Daniel and
I like Daniel.
CEO
No, that's my boy. Wait, who else?
and CEO who's a friend, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, I like CO Ant. I like Daniel. Yeah, nah. To me,
Right.
hey, yo, let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now. Yo, if they FBA, you can shout them out. Like I don't, I, I don't, I don't smother the youth like some other older guys would do. I want to, shout out the youth and let them take the torch and do what they do with it. So nah, Ant
Love them.
CEO is a good. Daniel be cooking. Yeah, those are two good names. And I'm gonna throw Afro Elite and Black Alpha, like they be cooking too with hot grease.
You know, there's another one who I don't really know his name right now, but he's a Jamaican, but he's he's over here with us and he speaks all the time. He does really well with his promotion too. He's actually a Jamaican dude and he doesn't hide that, but he cooks really good. His name is escapes me. I'm sorry. He has
Okay.
his hairline is pushed way back, but he's a real cool cat. You've seen him. You've seen him. You've seen him. But yeah, but he got good info. I mean, the way he comes at it, he's real cool, man. Love your channel, what you do, but I'm not here to just give you a shot. I'm here to ask you something.
Yo, you funny as hell, yo.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know who he
Yeah,
is, man.
yeah, you are funny. Yeah, I'm so glad I wasn't eating and drinking, yo. I would have died.
Yo, so check this out. The crazy thing is, I mean, I was thinking about this just yesterday, and now you're talking about it today. That's what's really kind of getting me. I can't believe I was just thinking about specifically you and how I would approach asking you this, and then today here you go talking about it.
Okay, what's
You
that?
know, it's like wavelengths. It's something, and the same thing happens with Tariq all the time. My family
100%.
always tells me, he talked just like you, or they say I talk like him. The reality
Right,
is,
both, both.
I speak these things, and then Tariq speaks it the very next day.
Same thing here. Yeah, I'd be like, yo, he had to get it from me. Like, yo, there's no way
You know.
you came to that conclusion after me. You did coincidentally.
How? How? But I think that people need to understand something. The freedom that I have and that you have that he does not have. He has to approach things in a different way. And I know you
Right.
see it. You
Oh, of
see it.
course.
So I know you want him to go deeper. You want him to
Now, but
go
no,
in on
I know he
certain
can't.
things,
I, I,
but he
I
kind
know he
of,
can't. I know he can't say what I say, but that's what I'm saying to the big bro. At least invite me on. Let me say it then. If you can't say it, invite me on. Let me say it.
as a correspondent, you know what I mean? Every now and then you tap in, but because I just
Right.
think that he has a wider audience, and you kind of have to meet people where they are so that they don't run away from you, so you can
Yeah.
kind of bring
Facts.
them in to the information. So yeah, he does kind of back off certain things, so he doesn't really go there, and he doesn't really automatically want to bash everybody over the head and force them to capitulate and accept the truth. He just kind of he has to mix in the flavor and the entertainment, like the NOI speaks, like they say to you, there's
Of
a
course.
level of entertainment that has to go along with the
Yep.
education when it comes to the black man and woman. And by the way, something that you saying, man, you too, man, you done tap my phone, homie, and I don't appreciate what you're doing to me, Ron. You tap because I'm the native black American. I'm the one who I thought I made the term up.
Wait,
I
wait,
thought
say,
I
wait, say,
made it.
wait, say
I
that one
thought
more time.
I thought I made the term Native Black American up years and years ago, and I was going around
Okay.
calling myself that and telling everybody that Native Black American. And then I found out Dr. Claude Anderson said it before
Right.
me. And I was like, oh, no, I really thought I thought I was onto something. I made this up, and I was going around preaching myself as a Native Black American. And then here
Right.
you go tapping my phone. You listening to me through my dishwasher, and you heard
Uh
me say it.
huh.
And then here you go saying it too.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You
I ain't
know,
gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I'm late to the party. I'm late. I'll be honest.
I've been on this, and I had not heard nobody say it but me when it comes to the NBA. And so now to this day, I go around when I talk to. By the way, I have a lot of African friends. I have tons of them,
Yeah. Yeah.
African
I
friends,
shit. I got a lot of
and
Caribbean friends.
I preach I'm a Native Black American, and I sometimes recently I started to tell them I'm a foundational Black American, but I include the NBA. But and sometimes that perks their ears up, and we have discussions. And I'm gonna try to say this artfully. I tell them how much I really enjoy Africans. I really enjoy my Cameroonian friends and other Sierra Leoneans, and I think Cameroonians are the best soccer players on the continent. And I go into all the different Ethiopians and Eritreans and all these different ones that I tell them how much we like them. But the ones that I do find problematic, who I do not like, are the ones on the far west and the ones on the far east. In particular, two different countries. Somalia is the one on the far east, that country, and the one on the far west, you already know who they are. That's the problem. They're the problem. The far west, they're the problem. It's not Africans. And what my fellow Americans, what we get wrong is we say Africans. When we have a problem, we say Africans. But the real problems is Somalis and those other guys, those other West African guys who I haven't named their country yet because you already know who they are. That's
Yeah.
the problem ones. And when you go to the continent of Africa, the Africans themselves say they are the problem.
Right.
They're the ones.
Right.
Every country I've been to in Africa, they say those guys right there are the problem. The biggest
Eh,
problem that we have is them. When I was in Japan, they were the problem over there in Japan as well. Same ones.
Right. And
So
look, let's be clear. As an individual, they're powerless. We're saying as a collective that they're the problem because you're going to catch a cool one here and there. You feel me? We're saying as a collective unit, just like white tea supremacists, like on an individual basis, there's some good white people individually, but in a collective, not so.
right.
You dig? Like they are the problem. But go ahead.
Same with my Mexican homies and whatnot. Same thing there too, you know.
Uh-huh.
Individually, but when you come to collective, you got to be careful, you know, because they really kind of put us down and kind of target us, and it's a shame.
Of
They have a culture of that over there. But
Right.
when it comes to these guys over here, I call it the. I call it the nigger factory. You know, that's why the lady came over there and called it niggeria. She said, look how many niggers they got over here. This is the
Yeah,
nigger
yeah.
factory.
We on TikTok too, so TikTok
No,
is
okay,
sensitive as that.
I'll cut it right there. But I was just saying the factory, you know, I said enough already. But anyways, my point, what I was really getting at is you as a historian, you as a researcher, you know, for the level that you are, I really wanted you at some point, and maybe you want to hold off because you want to invite more people to debate you and challenge you before you give up too much info, okay? But
Nah, I could give up
you as
info. I don't mind showing my hand because I'm like, you still can't beat me.
mm,
You dig?
Well,
You still can't beat me.
I would love for you to go in at some point on the transatlantic slaves trade and those numbers and our indigeneity and to what level, you know, because there's a lot of misconceptions about that. And when it comes to the transatlantic slave trade in elementary, I was taught over 48 million
Wait,
Africans were transported
what? Wait, what?
in elementary school. And I wish if you ask more of your
What?
callers or listeners, what were they taught in elementary? Those numbers were changed, and scaled
What?
down over the years. I was taught over 48 million. I
Oh
said,
my
hell
God.
no. And
Yo, they are wilding, yo.
and I remember it so vividly because me and other people in my classroom were like looking at each other like, what in the no wait, I don't know how much that is, but I know that is a crazy number that don't make no sense. And then
That's a crazy.
when we had our Black History Month and they were talking about getting whipped and talking about slaves and whatnot, we were excited because we were waiting for them to go into the indigeneity that we knew
Right.
we had in our family and
That
our
ain't happening.
families. And they never did. They quickly hit it and they ran right past it. And we're looking at
Right.
each other
They
like,
ain't doing
when are
that.
they going to talk about the indigeneity that my great grandmother has spoken about, that we have participated in? Some of my homegirls who have, Native American, I'm sorry, they have American Indian names, and they themselves were like, why are they not talking about our Black Indian history? This is very odd. We were elementary though. We didn't know no better. We didn't know, we just said no. And so we would come amongst one another and we became really, really good friends over the years, going to middle school and whatnot, just based off of our connection that we all had. We knew that we had a lot of indigeneity to us, and yet it was never discussed, and we could only talk about it amongst each other. We talked about our dances and the clothes that we were wearing and whatnot, and our great grandmothers and what the stories they've told us, and sometimes we meet our families, and it was just like a regular thing to us. It wasn't nothing to really boast about. It's just what it was.
Right.
But those at 48 million got scaled down over the years, and I kept seeing it change over my
Yeah.
years
Wow.
growing up. And I'm saying this, they just lying. They're not being honest. And unfortunately, I'm unable to give the dates. I'm sure you're going to know what I'm talking about when I say this, though. There was at some point in the 1800s or early 19, I think, believe in the late 1800s, that they did a census and they had one level of slaves there. Then they stopped all slavery and all of us no more slavery. And then the slavery, the census numbers absolutely exploded.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
what happened? What happened? How do we get so many people just
Right.
less than 10 years later, all out of
Right.
nowhere? And I've
Right.
heard people talk about that, and they
Yeah.
they say, "You look at that, you see, look at all the breeding that happened, and look what happened." No, that doesn't explain that number at all. That the dramatic shift in the number, and so, anyways, I'm sure you can make sense of a lot of that. I'm not a historian, so I don't really know how to speak all of that as clearly as need to be conveyed. But understand, I will at some point I would love for you to go in on the transatlantic slave trade and to what level and what degree it is, and then and the what do you call that, and indentured servitude, who was, who wasn't, and to what level, maybe even white slavery, who can say? But then also the other side of things, which is the indigeneity as well. Something I saw that they were promoting very strongly was I Show Speed going to Africa and his Africa tour.
Right.
But then I Show Speed did his American Island tour, and he went all up and down those American islands over there. Jamaica and everything, Saint Domingue and
Yeah.
whatever else is over there.
Well, you
Saint,
got to be careful with the language though, because those are not American islands.
they're not.
Now, okay. So when you say American, so now, okay, you got America, you got Americas with the S plural. Yeah. Hold on one second. You got America singular.
Right.
You got Americas plural, and
The
you got
Americas.
American with an N. You got to be careful. Okay, linguistically, when you add an N to America, that's a demonym. You're only talking about the United States of America. Okay, when you add an N to America, you're only speaking about the United States of America. When
I
you
see.
say America singularly, you're only talking about the United States of America. When you put an S there, now you're talking about the Americas, like some plural stuff. But singularly and an N, you're only talking about this country. So
I see.
no, so America, the N on that will be false. You mean the Americas? When he went to the Americas, whatever, that makes more
So
sense because the Americas is plural, so that includes West. I mean, it includes South. So you feel me? It includes many different
so
Americas,
I
the
would refer to
plural. But
them.
once you make
I
it singular in the end, you're only talking about this country.
I currently live in one of the Polynesian islands. Which Polynesians mean many, one of the many islands, Polynesian islands. I would refer to those islands over there. I'm talking about Cuba, Jamaica, Saint Kitts, Saint Vincent, and whatnot. I would refer personally to them as the Amerinesian Islands. That's a personal
Hmm.
thing. I would refer to them as the Amerinesian Islands. Probably incorrect, but that's just kind of how I look at it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
nonetheless, he did his Caribbean island tour over there, and what he ran
Yeah.
into at one point were a bunch of they weren't Kalinago, those were Arawak, I believe, and they all were lined up on their little castle like area, and they all talking to him with the long woolly hair, and they're speaking to I Show Speed, and they were telling we're the original people of the islands. We are the natives of this island. We're the ones who Christopher Columbus ran into, and X, Y, and Z, and they just discussed with him, and he said, "Your hair is real, and it's all woolly, and it's long, and oh my God, and you look like us, but with long hair." And they're like, "Yeah, and he's early brown and natural brown colored, Indians on the island, right? Okay, great." And so that wasn't really publicized as much. But what it highlighted, what it illustrated, was the same people who are pushing the Pan-African narrative, they all
Right.
of a sudden went mute and went blind when it came to him
Yeah.
going to those quote unquote Amerinesian islands.
Oh,
And all of a sudden
it didn't put that as much.
they,
It
they
just
didn't
didn't
they didn't
happen.
promote they didn't push that. They didn't promote that at all. And he's literally running into these dark skinned natural brown colored Indians over there, and they're saying that they're the original ones that Christopher Columbus ran into. I'm not sure how true, if they're the true Tainos or not, because
Yeah,
I believe those
I don't
Tainos
believe
were
that. I
exported
don't believe that.
exported
I
to other
believe both of them
islands.
were extinct.
They were a
Yeah,
lot, because a lot of the Katanagos wound up in St. Vincent. A lot of the Tainos that came from the Puerto Rican islands, they wound up somewhere else as well, different islands. They got transported over and whatnot. So I don't know if that they were or they were not, but I'm saying they do have a different look than we do, but the same, but slightly different. The same, but not as much mix. And so
right.
what's important to understand is that in Columbus's own diaries, they are talking about natural brown colored American Indians of the
Yes,
islands, these
sir.
native
Yeah,
of the
it's
islands,
true.
and people want to ignore a lot of that. And it's not just them. There's you have five other original explorers. These are first-hand experiences, and they're all talking about we ran into these Negroes and these Ethiopian-looking people. That's who's here. And so that's that. And then we look at our families, and these people. They don't know our grandmothers. They don't know our great grannies. They just don't know the people we have buried here and what they look like, and the long hair and what the stories they've told us and whatnot. They just don't know. So it's important to me. It's important to us that our story is told and that history is pushed forward, and not just paper genocided and wiped out. It's very. It means a lot, I think, to us as a collective, for our self-esteem, that we do know where we come from and we do know where we are. Everybody's not lost. Everybody's not longing for a home in Ghana or somewhere else. And it's very dangerous information, because you have to understand the most powerful powers that be are all trying to keep that as a secret, and they don't want us collectively on board knowing that. So you really have to be careful. And I'm watching all my language here on TikTok, so just understand. But aside from that, if I can click this link, all the rest of these dudes can click this link too. They
Oh
running
yeah.
from
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
run.
Oh
They
yeah.
straight.
Look.
They're straight.
Eh,
And I think you need to do a little bit better job trolling. You're gonna have to do a little bit of
Nah,
better
nah.
job
I'm
trolling.
not. I'm not going to troll because I
Pull them
got way
in.
too much dignity. Dignity. Now look. Let's just hear me out. I'm not going to troll. I got way too much self-respect, dignity, and integrity to troll. But all I gotta do is document it. I did. Okay. So Marquette, the Saint Center, like
Uh
he's
huh.
throwing away that he's throwing around that word black to Africans a little too much. So I
Mm.
commented on the thing like, "Yo, man, like, yo, what's up with that? Like, you come off like an agent, my guy. Like, you're calling Africans black more than they say they're black. You feel me? Like, you're calling them black more than they call themselves black. I'm like, my guy, like, what's up with you, my guy? Like,
You know, I
you
don't.
know,
I don't believe. I don't
you
believe in
got agent
calling.
vibe.
I don't believe in calling African Afro Brits Black Brits. I don't believe. I call them Afro
Oh
Brits.
no, the hell
You
no, they African, man. They
you're
African.
Afro
Hey yo,
Brit.
first of all,
And I
yo,
and
yo,
I say that to them. I say, yo, you Afro Brits. speak to them like that, and they try to
hey
correct me. They
bro,
say Black Brit. No, Afro Brit, because you're trying
hey
to
bro.
glom onto us what we created.
Right, bro. Hold on, but even more deeper. I'm gonna go into the history of the Britons. Hey, yo, they're not
Ooh.
saying Brit short for British, by the way. They're saying Brit short for Britons.
Mm.
Britons are a the word is Britons. That's a
Mm-hmm.
Celtic tribe. That's a
Mm.
European Anglo-Saxon Celtic tribe. Okay, so that's not
I've
gonna
heard
work.
this several times, and from
Oh yeah,
different people like legendary Top Cats, Aboriginal Power, and X, Y, and Z. People have discussed the Britons, and they've gone into
yeah,
depth about the Britons, which are different than the British,
yeah,
not the
yeah.
same, and the
I'm gonna do a whole live
Huguenots.
on that. I'm gonna do a whole live on when they say they black Brit, they're saying they're black Britons.
That's deep.
That's what they're saying. But they
But
don't know.
don't
They're
lose
goofy. They
don't lose
goofy.
don't
They don't
lose your
know.
audience though. You know, when you go
No,
too
it's
deep,
too late.
don't
It's too late. It's too late. I already did that. I already did that. It's too late.
they
I
gotta catch
already
up.
did that.
They gotta catch
I
up.
can't. Hey, no, hey, bro, I can't do no worse. All right. I had about look, hey, bro, when I went live, I had about 180 people, 50 people average, no matter what time I went live, no matter what time. 6 p.m., 6 a.m., 2 a.m., 2 p.m., about 150, 180. Right now I'm at like 30, 20. So I already did that. So I might as well just go all the way in. You feel me?
I got somebody that'll fight with you though. I got somebody that fight with you. He's a Pan-African. I got somebody that'll fight with you.
Oh yeah, no, invite him more. I guarantee I know more about Pan-African than that guy. I don't even know who he is. I
No,
guarantee.
no. You already know who he is?
Yeah. Wait, who is he?
I mean, um, Fez wearer. He's a Fez wearing.
Well, he a Fez wearing Pan-African?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Damn, that's messed up. You gonna get in on them like that?
Nah, because I know a lot about the Moorish doctrines. I'm like confused. Like,
Let
how
me
you a
say, okay,
Pan-African and the
you
Fez?
you know him. You know him. He's a freedman.
Oh, you do? Oh, you talking about? Yeah, bring him more. I need Laura Abba. Yo, Laura Abba is confused as hell, my guy.
He ain't no lightweight though, brother.
Now he ain't no lightweight, but he ain't fuck with me. But look, invite him more though. Hey, yo, invite him more, and I'm gonna show this levels to me and him. First of
You
all,
have to.
I'm debating. Yeah, first of all, I'm debating Unc from the Armored Watch Squad.
Mhm.
I'm kicking his ass on Sunday TV. The dude, Laura
That's
Abba,
easy.
supposed, huh?
That's easy. He's pseudo as hell.
No,
He's
no,
an
no,
agent.
no. You got to listen though. I wasn't done.
Mm-hmm.
I said I'm telling you listen to half the story. I'm on Sunday TV debating Unc kicking his ass. I know he's easy, but I make him look more easier. Okay? I'm easily handling him. Matter of fact, I'm the only FBA on the panel. Everybody's Pan-African, and he's the only one brave enough to challenge me on Sunday TV. All the other
Uh-huh.
Pan-Africans wouldn't even challenge me, my guy. So Laura Abba comes in the middle of the back and forth where I'm cooking easily, and he immediately sides with Don't even know what I'm saying. Don't care what I'm saying. He immediately sides with
Of course.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, dude, you didn't even hear the argument. But but you siding with him for what? You did now. By the way, disclosure. I was on a call a year ago with me, and Laura Abba on three-way. So Laura Abba knows who I am. I know who he
Mm.
is. Like we were on a three-way private call, my guy, debating a three-way debate. So the dude knows who I am, right? Now, I don't appreciate that he sided with without even hearing what was going on. So he got it. So I hold people accountable. I will never do that. I will never blindly just side with somebody and not hear the topic. So if he ever comes over here, because I hurt my feelings. So if he ever comes over here, he got to justify that bullshit or apologize.
Ooh, he calling him out.
Oh
He
yeah,
laying down the gauntlet.
man, my man, he not my level.
Oh, okay. He got a real stick. What one thing he really can't stand is anybody talking about indigeneity when it comes to natural brown colored Americans.
Now
He ain't trying to hear nothing
we're
about
on the
no.
same side there. Listen, me and Laura Abba, we're gonna agree more than we disagree.
Okay.
Right. So we're gonna disagree. But for me, the fact that he decided with a fool over me, I'm gonna need him to justify that, and I want all the
Right.
smoke, or he got to flat out apologize, or I want all the smoke.
Ooh, that's laying down the gauntlet right there.
Yeah, I
That's
want
laying
all the
down the gauntlet.
smoke.
And he
You
know you
dig?
too?
And
Okay.
yes, he does. We are 3 phone. I got his phone number. I
I'll
got his
mention
phone
that.
number. Yeah, I got his phone number.
I'm gonna speak to him on that one and just kind of
Yeah.
see
Once
how
you
you
say my
feel.
name, he gonna know who I am, and tell him I want to holler at him. You dig? I want to holler. Want to holler at him.
Well, not only that, but my brother, he wants to WWE steel cage match you on that Marcus Garvey information. He's
Yeah,
100%
all
opposed to you.
day. Hey, bro, we can set that up right now. hey, bro, I can on a wing, I can on a wing and do that, bro. I could be bowling, I could be shooting pool, I could be playing chess, I could be watching a movie in the movie theater and debate Marcus Garvey. Hey, bro, listen, set that up
He said,
right
I
now.
do back laps in the pool and debate
Hey,
Marcus
hey,
Garvey. I don't
bro,
need a
hey,
phone.
bro, yeah, I guarantee, hey, bro, I had the toughest. He nobody. I had the toughest, roughest Marcus Garvey ice on my channel. I had one guy who actually gave me some work. I think his name is Philip. I forgot, but it's there. He actually gave me some work. Like he was tough as shit.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me some work, right? Is one brother. I think his name Philip, but it's on my channel, Marcus Garvey Philip. It's like a 3 hour conversation. Like he actually did very well. He did very well. I'm gonna get a guy his credit. He did very well. He did very well. Not Marcus Garvey. He did very well. You, you feel me?
I may have heard that one. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Not
I think his
sure.
name Michael Phillips, but he did good. I ain't gonna lie. He like I kind of like played with him when I shouldn't have, and he was on demon time. You dig? And
Mm.
he got
Mm-hmm.
some he got some shit off.
Well, I'm headed home, and tonight, as a matter of fact, I'm in Hawaii right now. I'm headed back home
He's still
tonight, so I'm gonna
lost
try
though.
to
He got some
set
shit
that
off.
up with my brother. And so we're gonna
Uh,
study that tape right there with Philip. We're gonna study
yeah.
that tape right there with Philip and come back with some heat for you
Now
because we're
look.
gonna
Now
try to take you
now
down.
look. Now. But I won't ever see one thing about me. If I'm wrong, I will never be wrong twice.
You ain't gonna repeat that. Never.
Okay.
No.
So
No. No.
I was wrong. He pointed out, and I had to concede to certain things.
Mm-hmm,
Okay,
mm-hmm.
and no problem because I'm an honest guy with integrity. So I said, yeah, you okay, you got it. But he conceded that Marcus Garvey was a scammer. That's all I wanted anyway. You dig?
Well, I mean, based upon the law
No,
that
no,
went down,
no,
the
no,
ruling, yeah.
no, no law. I'm saying morally, ethically, lawfully, however you want to spin it, the dude was a scammer. And look,
Yeah, I heard you because he sold the shares and whatnot, and we didn't even own it and all those things. Yes, I got you on that.
is that not scamming? Wait, hold on. Right now, if I say I own an IT company and I want to employ Black Americans, FBA Black Americans, right? Native Black Americans. I want to employ you guys. And I say, but I need support. I got to raise 250 grand. And you guys donate to me. And I raised 250 grand. And it turned out I never owned an IT company. Is that scamming?
I'm gonna say the answer
Um,
is no. I'm gonna say the answer. I'm gonna say the answer is
wait.
no.
Oh,
But
okay. All right.
let me get my caveat. Let
Here
me explain,
here
please.
we go, family. Here we go.
Let me explain it, please. I'm gonna say
That's
no
not
because of
scamming?
the. Let me explain. Let
All
me
right,
explain.
go ahead. This is
I
wild.
say the reason why I say no is because of the state that we're currently in. If you take that 250 and then you actually do what you said you was going to do with it, then maybe you scam for good, or maybe it's not really scamming. If you
Wait,
actually, but
hold
if
on.
you take that,
Wait.
if you take it and you rob, then yes, you scam. You're a scammer.
Hold on. Hey, bro. The scammer don't dictate the definition of scamming. It's the people who put their money in.
I'm
You
saying
follow me? No.
you're
Hold
unable to
on. Wait,
generate those
hold on.
funds. You're
Hold
unable to.
on.
Mhm.
Wait. Okay, you just talked. I'm responding to what you just said.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you got to respond to what I just said. A
Okay.
scammer don't dictate the definition of scammers. It's the people who got scammed. Okay, so a
Well,
lot of those invest. Well, hold on, you cutting in again. A lot of those investors said they got scammed. They said it. I got scammed because he said one thing, and it wasn't that. I gave my money to that. I didn't give my money to this other motive he got. I don't care if it's for the good. I didn't give my money for that. I gave it for what he said he was going to do. He didn't do it. I got scammed. His
mhm.
investors complained, my guy. This is his historical document. His investors complained about him pitching one idea and said, I need money for his idea. You gave money for that idea, but then he went and did something else with a new idea. So the investor, like,
That's a
hey, I
scam.
didn't, right. The investor saying, hey, I didn't invest in the second idea. That might be good. I don't know. But the first idea is what got me to send my money. So I need that first idea to, you know, materialize.
So what I'm trying to explain here is this. If you say I need 250 grand so I can build upon this land that I own right here, Bruce's Beach. I want to build property on Bruce's Beach that I own, but I need
Right.
250 grand. And then
Right.
you go ahead and give me the 250 grand, and you find out I never even owned Bruce's Beach. But
Right.
now, if I take that 250 and I purchase Bruce's Beach, and now we
No.
we literally
Wait.
do
Wait.
own it.
Wait. Okay. That's a horrible analogy
Was that pretty
because
bad?
yeah. Because the Marcus Garvey said, "Give me 200, give me $1 million, whatever money for the Orion ship."
Right.
My guy, he never owned it. Even after he got the money, he never owned it.
Now that's a scam. Yes, she's a
Right.
scammer. Yes,
Wait.
yes.
Second. He said, "Give me money. I'll get you to Liberia." The Liberian government said, "You can't come here." Marcus Garvey got that memo, and he still solicited stocks to go to Liberia.
In too deep. In
That's
too deep.
called not that. It's not called in too deep. It's called scamming. You got the
Yeah, that's a
memo
scam.
that this Liberia trip cannot. This Liberia repatriation idea can't happen from the government from Liberia, and you still sell stocks with the intention of going to Liberia. That's scamming. That's why you can invite anybody you want, my guy. Don't give a damn who it is.
Okay.
It's Cook City.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Now I don't understand why Liberia would not accept Black Americans into Liberia. That really doesn't make any sense to me. How they can turn us down.
No, it makes sense. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I could tell you don't know the history of Liberia.
I don't know. I don't fully know the history of Liberia. No.
Okay, I do. All right. So you had native Liberians that was there. Matter of fact,
Right.
they're not even Liberians, but for the sake of argument, we'll say Liberians. But they were there before the ACS called it Liberia. So the ACS renamed a region Liberia where native was already living. And
Right. Yes.
the natives were trying to send free blacks over there because they didn't want free blacks to inspire enslaved blacks to rebel or seek freedom. Okay. So they try to get them over to Liberia to discourage that inspiration. Now,
Mm-hmm.
out of 500,000 free blacks, they only got 12,000. That's less than 3%. So it was a failed mission. The 3% that went over there, the ACS empowered them over the natives,
Right.
kind of like the Hutu and Tutsi.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay,
I'm following.
if you know that.
Absolutely.
So right, so the American Liberians, the blacks, were invited over there, and they were given power and domain over Liberia, over the
Mm-hmm.
natives. The natives never FUX with them. The
Mm-hmm.
natives never rock with the blacks that came over there. They seen them as Sambos and coons and white supremacists implants.
Right.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
And they
Yep.
were. Okay. So those blacks end up being called Americo-Liberians. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And now they're Liberians today. So when Marcus Garvey came almost 100 years later, pitching back to Liberia, the blacks that was there that served on plantations
Mm-hmm.
understood, no, we can't allow Black Americans over here because they're gonna be favored like we were against the natives
Roger.
over us. So they said, hell to the no, no. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't coming. You dig? And that's exactly why they didn't go. Because
That's
they
good
knew that
scholarship.
they knew that Black Americans would come over and fight for positions and for leadership and other shit. Like because that's the people we are. We ain't gonna be docile. We're gonna want to be in leadership roles. And they said, hell to the no. So, but Marcus Garvey still sold stocks with the hell to the no. And that's why I say I don't give a damn who you get on this phone call. Okay? No matter who you get. It's a body bag. All right? No matter who. And I gave my whole hand. Don't care. Can't win. That's history. Can't be history. Yeah, you could fake news it. Ain't gonna work with me though, because I'm a great debater. I can articulate. I'm a G. I'm an alpha. So nothing gonna work. You dig? I'm gonna stay to the point. You won't gaslight me. You won't rabbit hole me. None of that gonna work. No emotions. I'm cool, calm, collective.
For
It's a
sure.
body bag. That's all.
So did the blacks build Liberia up, or at least their portion of Liberia up, only
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah, 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 yeah. They
a short 100 years later, whatever it was, for the Africans
yeah,
to
yeah,
tear it
yeah.
down?
Yeah. No, they built it up.
And did the Africans tear it down later on because out of jealousy or spite or whatever it was?
I don't
They had
know
like
about that history.
it was a
I
civil
don't know
war,
about it.
wasn't it? At some point.
I don't know. Do you know more than me? Then I don't know about that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I have to do more research myself. But I think that's what my understanding is that they eventually civil warred over there and they started attacking the blacks over there and killed a bunch. In fact, over there, I believe that's what happened in Liberia. But I have to look a little bit deeper into that
Yeah, you would know more than me if you knew that much.
on the rest of it. Okay, okay, got you. No, I
Yeah.
100% appreciate it. I got to take care. Like I said, I'm flying out tonight, so I got to take care of a lot of things right now. All right.
Yes, sir. Hey, when you get a chance, man, listen, get those little abbas and your Garvey boy.
Ooh,
You dig?
that's a heavyweight jam right there.
I don't believe so, but but whatever.
Hey, and how can I find that video where you're on the panel at Sonetta and he's there as
Oh
well? How
yeah,
can I
yeah.
find that video?
All you gotta do is type in unbiased Ron on Sarnetta in the search chat, and you'll catch me there. Unbiased
That's what's
Ron.
up.
Go to Sarnetta TV or whatever his channel is. He got like
Yeah.
two channels. He got Black News 102 and Sarnetta TV. I think it's on Black One. I think it's on Black News 102. But do both. Go to the channel on your phone. You can't do it. You're gonna need a computer. So go to computer and then type in unbiased Ron, Pan-African, something like that. And I'm gonna pop up.
hmm Okay, well, I'm looking forward to what I asked you for. I'm looking forward to hearing that at some point in the near future, in the next few weeks,
Oh
if
yeah,
when you really
sure.
choose to bring it up and you talk about, ain't no black indigenous, or there were black indigenous, but it's only to this level. There were no African slaves transported, or there were African slaves transported over here, but only to this level, not to the level that they make it out to be,
Yeah,
because there are
small number of African imports. Small number.
Right. So, so it's important to kind of file that and put it all together in people's heads. I believe that we need to unite as far as getting together on a scholarship and have a whole book in order to really put out our history properly. And it should be in the HBCUs because these Africans are coming
Yeah,
over in large number and they need
right.
to know the true chronology of events and what our history truly is and
And
how we've been attacked and how we've been targeted, and why things are as they are. So it's very important because they have a very weird view of us from whatever they were told in their own countries, and they believe that they're coming here and over succeeding over us. They believe that foreign players are better than native born players when it comes to U.S. basketball, which is
yeah,
retarded. I'm
they
sorry,
are
I can't
out
say that
there
word.
mine.
Which is
But
I love TikTok Shop. Excuse me. That they outdo us when it's really only a few. You only have a few, and they make it like the whole. And my point with saying that is this: it seems as if when it comes to the whips and the chains and the beatings and the horrible treatment in terms of slavery, they make it as if it's the whole when it's really was just whatever number it is that people were experiencing that. It wasn't everyone experiencing that. It wasn't even 50% experiencing that. They were experiencing a different form of slavery where most of it was a level of employment and you were tied to your workplace. Kind of like it is right now where I have to request for time off of work just to go home. And if they tell me you can't go home, then I'm stuck right here and I can't go nowhere. Kind of like that. They control your time and they control your energy. Very similar to that. I think it's important to kind of lay it out and make it plain for people and to get a proper curriculum for the HBCUs that because once it's there, it's going to go out to the rest of the primarily the PWIs and whatnot as well. I think that they'll catch on and they'll try to make their own spin to things, but it's important that we control our own narrative.
I agree. And I need Laura Abba, man.
Ooh, okay, okay. And be careful what you wish for.
Hey,
My man's
bro.
might.
Hey, bro. Did you watch him and Jabari?
Yeah, I watched him and Jabari
Okay.
a couple of
Who,
times. Yeah,
right. But now the last one, when it's talking about politics, who won that one?
I'm not sure if I saw the whole thing on the last one with that
Okay.
was it recent in the last 2 months, right?
Yeah. Bro, I will watch Jabari. Like Jabari's a clown.
Well, Jabari got tricks.
No, no,
Jabari,
no, but
Jabari,
it ain't
he's
gonna
very
work. No, no,
studied.
look, no, no. I don't care about the tricks. It won't work. It
He's
won't
really
work.
smooth with the tricks.
Nah, nah,
He's really
nah.
smooth with the
Yeah,
semantics
yeah.
and
Nah, I
the red
got you. Yeah,
herrings.
it works with people like or Laura Abba, but people like Unbiased Ron, that don't work. Like you
Yeah.
get cooked and exposed. Oh, because look, because I already see. Look, Laura Abba went in with no game plan. I got a game plan, and I'm gonna hold Jabari to what he already said.
From the past, okay, from the previous,
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
right?
gonna
That's how
hold
you
it.
guess
Hey,
how you get him.
you said this. Do you still agree with that, or you concede? You dig? Did you what's going on? And if you didn't concede, then we're gonna pick it up right there, right there. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
dude Jabari is a goddamn tether, who's a complete liar. Unc was right about Jabari. Brother Reg's right about Jabari. That dude is a liar, a deceiver. That dude's the devil, man.
Mm. You know, I don't
But
really. I don't. There's a when it comes to Unc and Lord Abba, there's something I don't agree with them with is they play both sides when it comes to this. They use AI in order to answer certain things in their favor, but then they say you cannot rely on AI when it comes to people who don't like them and are against them. They use AI in the same way. So you
right,
can't have it both ways, man.
right. Now,
You can't do that. And Lord
I know,
Abba,
I know. I call them
Unc
both
does it a
that,
lot
but
with the DNA and whatnot. You know, he
wait,
used.
but not just them. Marquette does the same thing.
Define
19Z. He
virtue.
put you. Hey, bro, but look at my angle. I'm saying if AI disagrees with me, you win.
If AI disagrees with, oh wow, like that.
Yeah, yeah, you win.
Well, I mean, if you fashion the question in the right way, then
You
AI can
win.
disagree with you.
You win. You win.
I mean, you can trick AI pretty easy. We just
No, you
fashion the
okay? You
question
win.
properly.
You win. You win.
Okay.
You trick AI, you win.
Huh.
Real simple.
Why would you set yourself up for that kind of failure, though?
Because I ain't gonna lose. I ain't gonna lose with that. But even with that, these guys still won't call. Laura Abba won't call in. Jabari won't call in. Yeah. Marcus Garvey guy won't call in. Unc won't call in again. Even with that, they won't call in. I'm saying if your Gemini says I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it's real
Yeah.
simple. Real
Yeah.
simple.
Well, I'm gonna try to set that up this week.
That when you only do that
Watch
when you only do that when you
you
know you're
fully
the best
confident.
and you know you're the best. If your AI disagrees with me, you win.
Right. That's interesting.
You
That
win.
is now that's real interesting right there. You need to
You
pick
win.
more fights though. You need to pick more fights. Be a little more salacious. Pick some
Hey,
fights on TikTok and they'll come.
I got too much dignity, integrity. I'm a real Black American. I'm not one of these fake, phony, tether spirited people. I'm a real Black American who got that Dr. King, that Malcolm X integrity, that Frederick Douglass, that Robert F. Williams integrity, Booker T. Washington integrity. Nah, I'm not trolling.
But Dane Calloway said something extremely salacious online, and then everybody flocked to him as a result. He did, but then he did it again, and he kind of overstepped when it came to the Harriet Tubman and whatnot, and what
Yeah,
other guy the, but aside from that, he went with Nate Parker. Either
yeah,
way,
yeah,
he overstepped when he went that direction. He
yeah.
tried to
But
do it
I
all over
don't know.
again,
Dang,
but he
here's the
initially
thing.
did it with
But
98% are Indian and whatnot, and
yeah,
everybody
but
flocked.
see, but the thing is, the difference in me and Dan Calloway, I don't know him to accept call-ins, right? Unscreened call-ins. I don't know him to do that.
Right. Right.
Okay, so you can make those crazy arguments when you don't take unscreened call-ins. I take unscreened call-ins on
Right.
TikTok and YouTube. I take
So
unscreened call-ins. So,
you gotta
yeah,
defend
so,
that.
yeah, so that means a PhD can call in, a scientist could call in at any moment and try to embarrass me, and I'm open to those conversations.
Well, I'm just saying the clickbait though. You can really clickbait people into calling in
Yeah,
if you come up with
nah,
something
I'm good
as
with that.
salacious as that.
I did it. No, I did that, and I was successful. Look at my views, man. I look at my old views. 5K,
Okay.
10K, 12K.
Yeah.
I did that. I did that. I'm good with that. I'm good.
Ooh, okay.
I'm past the clickbait.
Well, I'm gonna try to set a few of them up for you. I'm gonna try to set a few of them up for you, line them up, and see if they, everybody want to say, come to my channel, come to my. They all like to do that kind of game. So, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
still try to line it up for you, especially this week coming up. I'm going home, so I'm really gonna try to line that one up first. Try to give you the easy one first, Marcus Garvey. Right up your alley, and then
but
and you know
I
what?
can't
And
come to your channel. This
as a
how it
matter
works.
of fact, I'm gonna
Wait,
get one of
this
my
how.
Haitian homies. I'm gonna get one of my Haitian homies and to argue with you about that they're black and how dare you tell me I'm not. I'm gonna line them.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hey, I want that one first. I want that one
Um,
first. That's the easiest one. I want that one first.
I'm gonna lose some friendships. I'm gonna line it up. I'm gonna line it up, baby. Yeah.
Hey, nah. You know, no. Hey, yeah, don't lose friendship. Hey, look, just say this. Just say like a weirdo, a crazy weirdo who's making crazy claims, and you want him to set me straight. That's all.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. Right. I'm gonna do it that kind of way right there. I'm like, man, he's saying some crazy. I don't believe this dude, man. It's black. You just got here. What, 5 years ago? You just as black as me. Let this dude know. Check him, because I don't appreciate that. Because I get into it with them. So, anyways, I won't go too deep on that. I get into it with them though, and they don't like what I have to say. But I will leave with this one message right here. Peace to all my African homies. Love all my Caribbean homies. Everybody's wonderful. I mean, I really have a whole lot of love just because we've all supped together. SUP. We've eaten together. We've dined, and our families have been integrated as far as going out and hanging out and having a good time. We love our African homies, African friends, man. But I do not like those darn people on the far west, in particular, that in that one country, and those ones in the far, those big head ones, those Tweety Bird looking ones in the far east.
Yeah,
I don't like how
those
they
guys.
get down. I don't they get down in a certain way that I don't agree with, of how they like to come at us with all their lies and whatnot, and distortions of truths, and they scam it, and they really trying to do a destiny swap and take over, and be us. And I really find that I really hate it. I hate it in a major way, and I want to choke. It really chaps my hide. All right, it grinds my gears. You smell me? Just trying to keep it really friendly on what I'm saying. So yeah, and that's it right there. I got to get up out of here. I got to fly out tonight. Let me finish packing.
Before you leave, let me say this. I don't want FBAs to look at an African that they might see around the corner and look at that and see him as a op. He's not a op. We're talking about
No.
collective. We're talking about in a collective agenda, collective ideology. Individually, like some of these guys are great people. Caribbeans are great people. Haitians are great people individually. You dig? So don't try to say I ain't rocking with nobody Haitian. No, nah, that's not it. Individually, like some of these guys will ride and die with you more than the FBA. So you got to use discretion. You feel me? You can't just look at somebody
Mm-hmm.
and judge them on their accent or their homeland and think that they're a op. That's not true. You got to really judge their character. Like get to know them and
Bravo.
see what they're about.
Bravo. I feel the exact same way. I know it to be true. I know it to
Yeah,
be true
because you
from
got a
dealing with
lot of
them.
FBA slime balls out here that I won't ever unite with. You dig? So yeah, we ain't doing that. Cause you FBA, you my no, you're not. No, you're not. You my op too.
Mm-hmm. And I know
You
where a lot of
dig?
them come from too. What states? But I'll leave
Oh
that. I'll
yeah.
leave that part out.
Yeah,
Damn
you
East
funny as
East
hell
Coast.
about the Jamaican guy. Yeah.
You know who he is, and you know who he is. Though I put a picture in your head. You was like, "Damn, I know who he is."
You are a mess, yo.
Yeah, but holla, holla,
Yeah.
hey, peace, man, peace, love.
Hey, bro.
Blessings.
Before you go, I
What's
love you,
happening?
guy. I love you, man. And I'm so glad you called in. Like, yo, you don't know how you made my day, my guy. Like, you made my day, bro. Cause like you're a real one. And think
For
about
sure.
you. And think about you. You ain't going to agree with me because I said something. If you disagree, you're going to say I disagree, right?
I look your stuff up when you speak it. I look it up
Right.
sometimes. I'll be like, man,
Yeah,
let me
and
Google
guess
that
what?
real quick.
If I'm wrong, you're gonna call it out. You ain't gonna go with it because you're gonna call it
No,
out.
no,
Exactly.
no.
And so listen. So I know Laura Abba it is a worthy opponent. So let me don't let me like be too crazy. But my thing is, my brother, I will rather talk to the Lord Abbas than these tethers. Like I don't find no joy talking to a guy who's like below my level. You dig? I want somebody like Lord Abba. I want scholarship on the table where we can really go at it and like get it. Because I know when I talk to Lord Abba, he's gonna get it. And when he talks to me, I'm gonna get it. You feel me? It's the other folks that I have no joy talking to, like these losers that don't get it.
Right. Did you see when Lord Abba hollered at Marquette Devon Burton?
I gotta say, yo, Marquette, yo, I'm telling you, yo, I
Oh
don't,
my
yeah,
God.
yo,
He ran. He
Marquette give me
ran.
agent vibes. I'm saying right now, right now.
He ran. My man's ran. I
Yeah,
can't believe he ran like. Come
but he
on. He
got beat
came
up by Tommy. He got beat up by Tommy Sotomayor too.
Marquette?
Yeah,
Really?
He ran. Yo, he runs a lot. He runs a lot.
Tommy's very good at what he does. It's just, Tommy's playing a particular side on purpose deliberate. He's very good
Don't
at that.
matter. Don't matter. You got to beat his argument. Don't matter what side he's on.
Wow. You
You
got
got
to
to beat
beat
his
his
argument.
argument.
You got to beat his
You
argument.
got to beat his.
Don't matter.
I like people like Tommy
I do
for a
too.
reason. Before a reason, I like him. I like Jesse Lee Peterson for a
I like
reason.
him too. Right.
Because it really shows how broad we can be, how broad we are. We're
Right.
not not monolithic, and we can disagree
Exactly.
without the attacks. It's important that people can't just group us into little box, but you
Nope.
have to say that you know what these guys appreciate truth and debate. They appreciate it and they grow as a result of it. Pete, somebody got to stick their head and put their foot on the other side and stand there and be like, yeah, that's right, they right and y'all wrong. Somebody got to stand there and be that fly on the wall. You know what I mean? And push back and give us back what we really look like, what we wrong at. Because we might all stand on this side and saying that we correct, and we could really be wrong the whole time. Somebody got to put the mirror up on us, and that's what they do. But I mean, they smear the mirror, they lie, they do all that stuff. But I think it's very important for our growth. To be completely honest, I really do. So I sort of like them for what they are. You know what I mean? I can appreciate it for what they are, and because if you can't beat their arguments, then how you gonna beat the arguments when it comes to these people who are real smooth talking, like Gavin Newsom and whatnot, and
Right.
Nick Fuentes.
And see, like, let's see, you got it. They don't get it. You got it.
I
It's like,
completely
yo,
get it.
it's like, we, we are, we can help each other out with these debates because, like you said, the bottom line is that I'm not a white supremacist. Neither is Marquette, and neither is Lord Abba. All right, but we can sharpen each other up for the white
There it is.
supremacists, right? Because look, let me say this. I plan on being on, and I know Lord Abba is too. I already know that. I plan on being on CNN, Fox, talking to Piers Morgan. Like a lot of these guys in these FBA spaces don't have no plan on ever joining Mark Lamont Hill. You dig? Roland
Wow, he's
Martin,
excellent. He could be excellent
Roland
at
Martin,
times.
Candace Owens, Nick
Wow.
Fuentes, Jared Taylor. Like a lot of these FBA guys got zero aspirations talking to these guys. Me, I got all of them. I want all the smoke. You dig? I want to talk to all these guys. Richard Spencer, which I know he's gonna chimp out, but Richard Spencer, I want to talk to Ben Shapiro. But these FBAs in these spaces with all the views, they got no bone in their
Well,
body to talk to Ben Shapiro. Zero.
I think if you look at the Hebrew Israelites and you see the path that they've taken, especially in the last few years, where they're going to some of these other radios. I didn't want to say the names, to be honest, but some of these other white T platforms, where they're speaking in the panels and whatnot against certain people. That space, that right there is a lot of exposure. So I think that's a good pathway to get to what you're talking about. Just having
Right.
that kind of exposure and putting your name out there. They're over there, talking to, I don't know, the kids. The kid's name is, he's a foreign kid. He acts really weird all the time. It's a like a Between the Ferns kind of show. I don't know if you understand that. I mean by that, but he's very odd. It's an odd kid, and it's a really weird show but they sit on shows like that, and then their exposure grows when they do things like that. If
Hey,
you
yeah,
go that kind of
listen.
route, then you can also grow in exposure, and therefore ultimately be with Candace Owens or sit with Pierce Morgan or
Hey, yeah,
Candace
hey,
Owens.
look, I'm saying right now. I'm gonna say right now. There's only a handful of individuals who I can vouch for who would do that. I'm one of them. Brother Daniel's one of them. Lord Abba's one of them, and Marquette is one of them. Four.
Right.
That given the opportunity, they will jump to it. I can't vouch for nobody else. Brother Dan, myself, Marquette, Lord Abba, for sure. Given opportunity, we will jump to talk to
But
who you said and the people you didn't say.
but but can I give you one piece of advice to understand?
Yeah.
And here it is right here. People like yourself and all the names that we know and we've mentioned already, even Tariq and whatnot, you guys and myself, we defeat white supremacist arguments all the time. They lose all the time with their arguments. That's not enough. What else do you bring to the table? What else is your firebrand that's attractive for other people aside from intellectually defeating the arguments of white supremacists? You should
Right.
consider that, right?
That's the goal. But the goal is not defeating argument. The goal is defeating the guy with the argument. And that's the goal.
But
Okay.
aside from that, what are you bringing to the table that's exciting and attractive? What else are you bringing? And I
Yeah, no,
think
yeah, in
that
fact, yeah,
the
of
Hebrew
course, of
Israelites
course.
have kind of
Right, right.
really mastered
Well,
that side of things as well, and
no,
so
you're
has
right. You're
Tariq.
right about that. You're right about that. You have to be appealing to them. Like they gotta want to talk to you.
They got to want to see you again.
Yeah, I agree.
They got to want to see you again. Yeah, you defeated a white supremacist here. Intellectually, your arguments were greater. You made him chimp out. Okay, so what? Y'all have been defeating white supremacists for generations already in argument. Look at the great debaters. Then the movie that has been
Like, I
going on
watched that,
forever.
but I watched that.
That's not enough. So you defeated them intellectually. Woo, okay. You're still in the same position. You ain't grew nothing. You
Yeah,
just moved
but
laterally.
hold on.
You
But
moved
that
you
debate
moved
was
horizontally.
yeah, but hold on. But that debate wasn't for that purpose though. The, that debate wasn't to move the needle. That debate was to end recent modernized scientific racism talking points.
Hmm.
Right? Because they're passing laws on those Nick Fuentes talking points, those Ben Shapiro,
Right.
Crowder talking. They're passing laws with that, right?
Bell curve,
So right, the
Darwinism, bell curve stuff.
with Charles Murray bell curve, right. Yeah, that Jared Taylor articulates the bell curve,
Hmm.
and so did Charlie Kirk before he got sent to hell. But the
Hmm.
thing is, like those talking points justify laws, right? Justify racism, systemic racism. So yeah,
Yes, of course.
it's not going to move the needle where you get hired at a job, but it did do something, right? It made people go back to the drawing board and update their white teacher premises talking points because that one right there was just cooked.
Hmm. Hmm. But Brother Reggie came up with a plan, a city
No,
plan.
no. Hey, bro, stop. I did cook that plan 5 times, bro. That's the most,
Oh, damn, for real?
yeah, bro. That's the
That's
most
fine.
pseudo
But
plan. Hey,
but I want you
hey,
to come up
bro.
with one on your own though.
No, yeah, I don't need to. I don't need to, cause right now there's something more important. What to me was more important right now is delineation, right? So there's steps to
Okay.
everything. Well, we're
Okay.
not ready for a black plan because we're not on one accord, right? We don't see
Yeah.
each other as family, so we are far
Mm.
removed for some Black Wall Street bullshit. Like that's all scams.
Okay.
We gotta first acknowledge the reason to come together based on lineage alone is the main reason to come together. So we gotta first acknowledge that.
Hmm.
All right. So now acknowledging that, then we gotta acknowledge, hey, we gotta stand on truth because you got a lot of FBAs who are freaks, liars, and scammers too. Okay. So then we
Hmm.
gotta so once we realize, hey, we got to delineate, come to agreement that we have a term that we all agree to. Then from there, we gotta agree
Hmm.
to what's on code. Okay, I'm not justifying no damn drug dealer, FBA or not.
No.
You're a drug dealer, you gotta go to jail. Period.
Hmm.
All
Hmm.
right. So the thing is, and also a red rummer guy, red rum. if you're FBA and you red rum somebody, you gotta go to prison. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not backing you up because you're kinfolk. You gotta go to prison, my guy.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So we gotta have moral and ethnic and lawful codes that's not degenerative. You feel me? But a lot of FBAs are degenerative. They're reactive. They're not proactive. So we have a lot of work before we start talking about coming together. That's so far fetched. We got a lot of stuff to purge out first. So right now, I believe we're in the stage of purging out our impurities. That's where we're at right now.
You know, I've been on this call right now, and I know I've been all over the place. Okay, I've been all over the place, and I understand that. But you know, this is a regular conversation, and thoughts are fluid. This is not written down where we're trying to promote something in particular. This thoughts are fluid. This is how conversations go. Let me include this one part right here. I think we need to take control of the narrative in terms. I think this will go a long, long way, and you can go a long way in pushing this, taking control of the narrative around Juneteenth. It's a brand new thing. It's a fresh thing. Taking control of the narrative right now, because we have not taken control of the narrative. You have Africans that are over here taking control for us, and they're going to do it their way. So we have to take control. And what I've come up with is that Juneteenth is a celebration of our victory at the Civil War. That's what I've come up with right there. And I think one major issue that we have as Black Americans is we always are trying to deal in truth. That's how we speak. That's how we communicate with one another, in truth. Well, we have the enemy and they speak in lies. That's how they communicate. They speak to one another and communicate in lies. And we've seen that for our whole lives. That's what we've noticed. And I really noticed it when I watched their children, their young 12-year-olds, 14 and whatnot, and how they're trying to practice how to lie like their parents, so the white tees and whatnot. So I'm trying to say that speaking that kind of way can be very, very powerful. Communicating that way can be very, very powerful. That's why our politicians speak. So they become very prominent and powerful just speaking that type of way while we're trying to deal in truth and truth only. So I'm saying is we have to learn how to better control our narrative and not trying to just say what we know about when it comes to Galveston and how they just found out 3 years later, and we're sticking to that and that only. I think we need to control the narrative in a powerful way, and how we can do that is by empowering ourselves by saying Juneteenth is a celebration of our victory at the Civil War. And I think it'd be great if you went in on that. But I'm just saying that we have to control it, and I believe that if you started it, that it will start branching out, and others will start picking up on it, especially once they understand what's being done. If they get a better understanding of what's being done, and not try to nitpick and say, no, we got to be absolute with our truth and 100%. You actually, yes, son. Okay. Well, there's more you can do with it. I mean, it's not all about. It can work. You got to put new batteries in it. Have you ever thought about that? Come
Right.
on. Let's use our brains here. Okay. All right, my man.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got it with you. All right. I got kids too. Yeah. Talking to him, got to talk to him. But yeah,
Yeah.
but let's control our own narrative, and I think it's very important because you have Ghanaians, you have Nigerians, you have a lot of others who are trying to control it for us, and all that they want to do is stamp a slave narrative on every single thing that's associated with us, and that is it every single time. And I recognize that when they bring that out and they put slave, and when we say FBA and they immediately tied to slave, that's all they're doing is putting us down. That's their little way of undercutting us every single time. So we have to be careful with that. And I'm really happy with the FBA term as opposed to the ADOS term for that very reason. Okay, we have to control our narrative and we have to make it positive and make it powerful on a regular, continuous basis. All right.
Wait, hold on 1 second. See, the slave thing don't do that to me. Yeah, I'm explain why.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they believe, right? Well, I don't believe they believe that. They're trying to make us believe they believe that. Okay, so now, hey, bro, you might not know this about me, but I'm actually a chess teacher, right? I'm about to get back in it now. I'm about to go to
Need to get
go
back
promote it
into it.
now.
I was so
Yeah.
good for so many. I was so good for many years, and I done put it down for many years now. Unfortunately,
All right, but let
same
me say
thing.
this: not only am I good, but I got hella children with first place trophy, second place trophy, third place. Like I'm like in about 3, 4, 5 cities. I'm like my name like ring bells. I'm popping. I had about 100 kids. I taught 100, almost 100 kids a week. All right, a week. You're paying, and they ain't paying nothing cheap. Okay, so you can just do the math. What type of lifestyle I'm living? But I do
What's
it
too
right
young?
now.
What's the right age to start?
Well, when it can write,
Oh wow,
when
like
they can
4 or
write, they're
5.
ready. If they can write, they're ready. If they can't write, they're not ready.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Yeah, because it's a lot of writing. Okay, because chess, there's a language in chess, and you got to express your moves, right? So when you capture something, there's a written expression for that. When you checkmate, there's a written expression. When you check, when you move, when you um do certain castle, when you castle your king and your rook, there's a written
Mm-hmm.
expression for that. So chess has a written expression that you must learn. And this because every chess book you're gonna buy is in written expression. If you can't read the chess lingo, you don't even buy a chess book.
That's cool.
Because it's like Chinese to you. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, what I'm saying is I'm a chess teacher. So I teach tactics, strategy, teach patience, teach deception. You know, make your opponent feel like you don't know what you're doing, make them feel like you're just moving recklessly, but really everything you're doing is calculated, coordinated. Okay, go. We don't have no badges right now. We'll get some later. Go. Okay. Yeah. So it's calculated, right? And he's 4, and yesterday he had just set the board up and he did it correctly, and he about to say he's going to do it again today, and he's going to help me promote. But my name already big. So anyway, like, listen, man, big money before the pandemic. Pandemic crushed that right there, but before the pandemic, yeah, life was a breeze, and I'm about to get back to it. But
Okay.
so
Okay.
I'm saying I'm
So teaching
saying
that is
so,
big money. Okay.
right. So what I'm saying, I apply what I teach because chess is life lessons. So I'm very tactical in real life. When I debate, I'm tactical. I set traps like you got chess, you got gambit. I teach the king's gambit. I teach the French defense. I teach a bunch of different defenses and other attacks. Okay, Vienna gambit. I teach other things. So I know about setting traps, making you believe you're winning and you're not. So for me,
Mm.
when I'm live, I say things on purpose. That's like kind of crazy. It sounds like it's false. It sounds like you can easily win. I do that on purpose. That's called a gambit in chess. So gambit. So in chess, when you get somebody a free pawn, they be, oh, I'm winning. No, you took that pawn. You about to lose now by a couple moves.
Mm-hmm.
So I purposely make ridiculous claims while I'm live to get somebody to chimp out and call in or invite themselves on TikTok. And
Mm-hmm.
then as we're talking, I'm going to modify what I said gradually. I'm gonna modify what I said. So you're gonna see me not stand on what I said too much longer. I'm even concede if I got to, and I'm gonna get you to where I want to get you in this ball game. And that's what I'm gonna do to Laura Abba and whoever else you got.
I
All
like
right.
that. I like
So
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's what
I
we
like
do.
that a lot. Lure them in,
So
like Floyd. Lure them in.
gotta do it. Gotta do it because I know that Laura Abba, all these guys got agendas, right? And I ain't saying it's bad. I ain't saying it's bad, but they got agendas. Like Laura Abba just not because he grew up in the Morris Morris Science of America community. He just won't accept black. So now he actually chose the right term though. Freedman is a better term, right? So he's not wrong there. But I
No, he's
know
not.
that I know he's never gonna say black because of his Morris origin. But what I'm gonna do now is get him to tell me why he don't like black. And no matter what his argument is, I'm gonna cook him, right? Because I know he didn't research black as much as I did. None of you, nobody else have. So it's gonna be ball game as soon as he entertained that conversation of why he won't say black. Okay, so that's how I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna get rid of him real quick. I mean, like in a positive brotherly way, I'm gonna cook him.
Right.
But he ain't got nothing for me because I have no problem with conceding something I'm wrong at, or I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. But let's talk about what I do know.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do know is what I do know. I'm like a master of what I know. So I'm 100% confident nobody can rock with me. I'm a destroy Brother Jabari. The minute I get my hands on him, I ain't gonna do what Lil Abba did and tap out. He tapped out. He UFC tapped out. I ain't gonna do that. Okay,
I'm
because
gonna go
I
ahead
know
and
he's a
review
brother.
that one. I
Yeah.
didn't finish watching that one.
Oh
I know
yeah,
what you're talking about though.
yeah. He took the little brother role. Okay, and Jabari took the big brother role. I ain't doing that. Like, look, Jabari, my son, and that's how I'm gonna talk to him when I talk to him, if I talk to him.
Yeah, but don't do a whack 100 on him, though. All right, don't do that.
No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. But
Don't do
Whack
that.
100 killed. Whack 100 cooked him though. And that's the funny thing because I'm just gonna pick up where Whack
He
100 left
did.
off at. Well,
He did.
but Jabari lied when Whack 100 discussed the 14th Amendment citizenship thing. He was right, and Brother Jabari gaslit him and said, "Hey, did you read the files?" And when
Right.
Whack 100 said, "I don't gotta read them," Jabari pretended because he didn't read the files that he was wrong. You don't gotta read the files. If he's right,
See,
he's right, and he was right.
that's what I'm saying about him with his little tricks that he does. He does a lot
Yeah,
of that.
but guess what? Whack 100 had
Had a
Whack
better
100.
argument.
Look, Whack 100 was the kryptonite to those tricks because he's like, listen, man, I'm not a debater, but I'll punch you in the face.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
You dig? And so he won that one. He won that one because he took Brother Jabari to what he's good at. That's fighting, and
Right.
Brother Jabari went no smoke, and he chimped out. Okay, but
You
me,
recognize what I recognize then.
yeah, but me, I ain't gonna do it because Whack 100 was correct. He cooked Jabari. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook Jabari without the threats of violence. I'm gonna cook him on the topics. I'm gonna revisit him back to the 14th Amendment citizenship, right? The birthright thing. And I did read the files. I got hella lives on that. I actually played. I went live and played the entire court argument of Donald Trump administration versus Barbara. So I played the whole thing, did a review and everything, did commentary. So that won't work with me. It's like, dude, no, we did all that. And brother, and Whack 100 was 100% correct. You're lying when you said he was lying. And so now we're gonna talk about that. So either we're gonna talk about it. So what he said was that right or wrong? Now, brother, you don't know this? I studied the history of the United States immigration, the history of it from top to bottom. I studied that. That's why I know he was right. I know Jabari didn't do that. I know Laura Arba didn't do that. I did that. And I know it. I know immigration back and forth. I talk about it a lot on my channel. The history of immigration here, starting with the Brits and the
Mm-hmm.
Anglos versus the Southern and Eastern Europeans. I know what the restrictive laws are. I know what the quotas are. I know Operation Wetback. I know about the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act. I know about that. I know they don't. On the fly, they don't. They got to Google it. I ain't got to Google
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in my
Gotcha.
head. Cause Floyd Mayweather said, "I stay ready so I can get ready." That's my attitude.
Right.
I stay ready so I can get ready. So I ain't got to Google nothing. I could be driving. I could be jogging. I could be playing basketball. I could be bowling, and none of them gonna stand in front of me because they got agendas. I don't got agenda. I ain't pitching nothing. For me, it could be FBA, it could be Friedman, it could be Solon, it could be something else. ADOS. I don't care. They care. They're 10 toes on whatever they pushing. Not me. It's whatever we choose. I'm cool with.
Hmm.
Not, and I got my own. My own is Blacks, BLAX. So,
I
but
saw.
I'm cool. Right, but I'm cool with either of them. It could be Ninja Turtles. I'm cool with that. I don't have agenda. They do. I ain't gonna lose. I ain't worried about it.
That's what's happening. You break it down like no other though when it comes to black and why you're not black over there and why we are. You break it down like no other. But so it's really good. I don't know as far as taking control of black and we have to own it ourselves and make sure others cannot. It's questionable. But I think if you have all the information, you're able to do that on a regular. And if we all come on
Now,
the one accord
I'm
with that,
okay, but I already acknowledge that white teacher supremacy pushed the black race.
as a racial
So
category, right?
right. So I already acknowledged that. I can because at first my original argument was not acknowledging it, but I realized I said, you know what, I ain't gonna fight against the grain. Okay, full cool. I will acknowledge black racial group. Right, no problem. You got it. You win. The black racial group is there. I'm not gonna fight it. No problem. But I'm still gonna fight within that about black because I need people to explain how they're black. So your Haitian friend,
And
I know
win.
he's gonna struggle.
Right.
Yeah, I know he's gonna struggle. Okay, I know he's gonna struggle because and look, I believe I know more Haitian. I believe I know more Haitian history than him. Okay,
Mhm.
so I know he's gonna struggle because I know a wordplay he's gonna do, and because I know Haitian history, right? At least 1804 and up, not afterwards, but 1804 and up, like going back. I know that history. So Saint Domingue and
Mhm.
1804. I know I'm gonna cook them. So I know they didn't call themselves black. So
Right.
and I know a wordplay he's gonna use. I ain't gonna say it. That's a surprise. I know what he's gonna do, and I'm gonna teach him what that is. 'Cause I know he's gonna misrepresent what he believed was used at the time, and I'm gonna teach him what that really is. Okay, because I study grammar, I study linguistics, I study history. Like I read and write Greek, I read and write Spanish, right? So I'm not new to this. Like I study language, I love languages, I love the English language, I love grammar, I know about a lot of stuff. Right. So anyway, for him, it's gonna be easy. 'Cause I'm just gonna ask him, bro. You're a black Haitian. The black is what? Is that a noun or adjective? I know he don't know because most Haitians are illiterate, and because they're here, because they don't have great education over there. So I know they don't know English, but they speak it. And I know he can't. I know he's not going to be able to distinguish an adjective from a proper noun. I know he can't. So I'm cool with that.
So are you saying that there is a separation between the King's English and American English, and this is our
Nah,
own English?
no, I'm saying application. So you got words, right? You got yeah. Okay, good job. I'm saying, listen, when it comes to English language, there are rules. You have set definitions that's in Webster and Oxford. Then you have application of words. So application, which is context, how you're using it, creates a new definition. It's called a connotative definition of the word. Okay. So when white folks went around saying Nigger, if you look in a dictionary, that just means an ignorant person, right?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
that's not how they applied it when they said it.
Right.
They used it as something inherent, right? Back to the bell curve. That's how they used it.
Right.
Right, right. So yeah, so you
Right.
have something called contextual definitions, which is connotative versus denotative.
They
So
speak in
people,
lies.
right? So people like to argue the denotative argument is like, hey, there's a such word called connotative definition. So you got
Hmm.
mayate, right? Latinos
Right.
say mayate. Now
Hmm.
in now a transliteration, that just means black beetle.
Black
That's all I
Beetle.
mean. Yeah. So
Right.
why you offended? But it's the way you apply it. The way you
Right.
apply it, you're not applying this black beetle because I'm not a black beetle. I'm a human being. So you're putting on me,
That's not really what you're
right,
saying.
right, yeah, right, exactly. So you got application, but I already noticed you got the application of words, context, and you got the literal definition. And a lot of times when people want to make a pejorative or a slur, they use a word outside of its original meaning, and they use it in
Right.
a derogatory way to
Right.
dehumanize you. And all these terminology, what I'm saying to you, we're dehumanizing ways, even black. That's why no
Right.
Haitian said they were black because black has always been a word, and even Negro, even Noir, even Bilal Al Sudan. They always been words to dehumanize people who are dark. They were never a compliment. They were to show that you're worthy of enslavement. You're inferior to us. That's what
Hmm.
black meant. That's what Negro meant. That's what Bilal Al Sudan meant when they called
Right.
you that. That didn't mean you were the equal. You were a dark version of them. That's not what it meant. It meant you were worthy of enslavement. So it was a
You're
derogatory
literally calling
slur.
me blackface.
Right,
You're
right,
literally,
exactly. And that was
and
not a compliment. It was not a compliment.
right.
That was
Not it.
supposed to be a disrespect to you. Right. So
Right.
what we did something was unique. We took a derogatory word and made it
We
positive.
flipped it. Hmm.
Right. And we did that. We did that in what? Uh 30 years? We took Elijah Muhammad, took that word, made it positive, and then Richard Wright, and then Dr. King, and then everybody else came afterwards, and James Brown, and here we are today. Like I know my history. I know my shit. That's why I know what I know.
Well, but I'll say this one last. I'm trying to make it last thing, best I can. When it comes to FBA, when it comes to NBA, these are not lineages. These are descriptors. It's a descriptor of a lineage of a people of a lineage of people. That's what it is. We're describing a lineage of people, but there actually has to be like what you've already spoken on in the first place before, a name, not just a
Yeah.
description, because you're not going to get
That
anything with an acronym. You get nothing with an
now,
acronym.
and you know I said that already, right? You know I said
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I agree,
I
and
got that from you. I got that from you.
right, right, and that's why I say Freedman. Right now, out of all the choices, Freedman is the best one.
Friedman. as an answer to that. Freedman, okay. So Freedman.
Yeah.
I mean, how
I
about I
mean,
like Salon. I like Salon. Solani, I
no,
like
no,
Salon
no. See,
personally.
but the thing is, I think that's like an acronym too.
Solon?
Yeah, Solani's like an acronym. I googled that. That's like an acronym.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm with Indio. I like Indio Salon. You know, personally. You know, that's a so that's like I thought I
I'm
made
okay
up
with that.
NBA.
I'm
I'm
a,
making up another one. Indio Salon. I
I
like
like. Hey,
Indio
yo,
as an
look. Let me tell you
AO.
this. Look, I'm infatuated with the word soul. I love the word soul. So
Right.
I would love to call myself something with soul in it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because I felt like I made up, and no, I'm not gonna. I won't even go there. But I'm gonna tell you something else I actually made up that went global. By the way, I made up something that went global. Me personally, and everybody knows. People that know me that know that I'm the one who made that, and I went through the arrows. But I won't even harp on that right now. The whole thing is, you know, make my own restaurant thing in a minute, preferably with Indio, and we'll see how far Indio goes. I like the word Indio, and maybe combined with Salon, I think it would be magnificent. But we shall see. But Indio is a really good one. I think it really gets to solves a lot of problems.
I like it, and I like to hear. Next time you call in, I want to hear more of that. You know, and I'll be honest, and that's what you want. You want folks to be honest, like not smiling in your face and behind your back. Kind of, I hate that word. You know what I mean? You want honest criticism immediately.
Yeah, I'm
That's what you
looking.
want.
I wish I was more studied where I could come at you and just disagree with you and know and go and spar with you. But I'm not studied enough. But I do know people who are, and I'm looking forward to putting them on with you so
Yeah,
they can spar with you. Okay, and
and,
I you
and I'm
know
telling you,
and
and
mhm.
I'm telling you, I'm open to the Haitian guy, to the Marcus Garvey guy, and of course Laura. But I'm gonna say right now, me and Laura are gonna be a boring conversation because we're gonna agree more than we disagree, and it ain't gonna be what people think it's gonna be. People think it'll be toxic. It ain't gonna be toxic. It's gonna be folks agreeing and then disagreeing, but respectfully. I'm saying because I know the brother. I spoke to him. It ain't gonna be what folks think it's gonna be. But the other guys you name, and that might get spicy. But Laura, it won't get spicy. It's
Mhm.
gonna be a respectful
Mhm.
conversation because I actually like Laura.
You know, I like Cam. I like West Coast Cam, but I don't think you guys would disagree on anything.
West Coast
Um,
Cam. Who's West Coast Cam?
yeah, KAM, West Coast Cam. Well, you know, you can look him. You've heard of him, you've seen him before, you know who he is, but you have to be refreshed. That's all. He's actually he's a person who ran with the Nation of Islam way early, during the height
Oh
of his
yeah. So
career.
then we're gonna agree a lot then. Me and West Coast Cam.
Okay, before it became fashionable, he was already on it. He went
Yeah.
against Ice Cube way back in the day and whatnot.
Okay.
So, anyways, but yeah, but
Yeah.
he's really learned it.
Anybody with
Really
Nation
learned it.
Islam because I got an X too, by the way. I still find a call away. So anybody with Nation Islam roots is gonna rock with me.
Okay. Yeah, I think that there's multiple topics, you know, after you finish your run on certain topics, you can hit it and then move to a new one and several months later or a few months later, whatever it may be. And I think there are several topics that you're really going to have to hit on if you haven't already hit on them. And MLK is one of them. And MLK Jr. That's one topic as far as going the route of integration or going the route of separation. And I was ignorant on that topic, and it was Lord Abba who kind of really set me straight when it came to that. I was very shallow when it came to saying that Martin Luther King was wrong when it came to integration, but I didn't have a full understanding of what segregation was at the time,
Yeah, yeah,
how it was
yeah.
labeled. What it, and
Now, now,
I thought I just thought it was literal, but it was actually something else what was going on when it came to segregation. What was going on? So then when he stopped segregation, then they went back to the literal, and it really messed us up. It's so
yeah,
it was
but I,
they
don't
played chicken
believe
game.
I don't believe
Um,
I heard, bro. Listen, man. One thing I do, I'm a nerd. Okay, I'm more of a nerd than Laura Abba. I watch a lot of Laura Abba shit. Okay, I watch more of him than he watched me. I guarantee that. And I even know about his argument how we need to go to the South. I know about that, and I'll debate him on that.
right.
Right? Okay. So I watched a lot of his stuff because I was gonna get him. but I decided not to because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
there's more people more important. And like
Mm-hmm.
I said, Marquette is really annoying me with this calling
Mm-hmm.
Africans black shit. Like that's really like digging me because I think he got an agenda. Okay, and
All I was getting at is there's different topics
oh
that you can hit on
yeah,
in the near future. That's really what I was getting at.
yeah.
There's very things that are a lot of confusion, and a lot of people go there and they're confused and they're shallow like I was on that. And it was Lord Abel who cleaned me up in that regard on that particular topic. So it'd be great
Wait.
to hear.
Send me a link because I know it's bullshit, but send me a link on that. Now I know you're not because you don't want me to get a head start on him, but that's something I think I cook him on the Dr. King thing. Um, but send me a link
Well,
with Laura
no, it
Alba.
wasn't. No, I didn't call in and talk to him like that. We actually discussed directly with one another, and he told me he
Yeah,
gave me a couple of links in
but
order
he
to
got a
study first.
video. I know him. He a guy. Whatever's on his mind, he made a video about. Okay,
I'll
I'll
look
find
for
it.
it personally and send it to you then.
Yeah, I'll find. Yeah, because I know he made a video about that, and I know he's wrong. Okay, because I know he's misrepresenting integration because I know and I know he knows a lot too. He knows a lot too. I'm not saying I know more than him. He knows a lot too, but I know that the civil rights movement is defined by two things: legal segregation, legal discrimination. So Dr. King definition of integration ain't what people say it is. That was not his definition. All right, at all. Like Dr. King ain't say leave your buses and join white
Hmm.
people buses. He never preached leave what you got going on and join white people. Like that was not his aim at all. So people like to
Right.
misrepresent Dr. King, and I'm up for that challenge. I'm on Dr. King's side. I'm telling you right now, I'm on Dr. King's side.
Right. If you have a deeper understanding of what was going on at that time, the context of it, and as opposed to what you think now when it's just a separation between black and white, if you have a deeper understanding of it and what was going on then, as far as them over us like stewards, and where we're the children and they're the parent, and that's what segregation was more like. Then we have to end that, and we need more integration. So it was more. I understand it now. I get it a lot deeper now on the level at it. So I understand why Dr. King wanted to end segregation so much.
When
I'm
you
not
end
with
when you end, okay. Have you ever heard of HLC of
I don't like
1933?
Ruby. I don't like Ruby Bridges is what I was going to say.
No,
I don't
no, but
like
I was
the
gonna say
idea of that.
no, but I was gonna say is this: are you aware of the 1862 Homestead Act?
No.
Are you aware of the
I'm
HLC?
sorry. Excuse me. Homestead Act? Yes.
Yeah, okay. 1862 Homestead Act.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so real briefly, can you tell me about that on the fly?
The 1862 Homestead Act.
Hmm.
We that they promised us they're able to get more fair house. It's a Fair Housing Act, right?
No, no. You're talking about the HOLC 1933.
Oh, I was. Oh,
No,
then
no.
maybe
I'm
I'm not.
sorry. The Fair Housing. No, it's not fair. It's Federal Housing Act. That's 1934. Fair Housing Act is 1968. Yeah.
Damn. No, I'm not good with the numbers like that. And I think that's where
Okay.
they referred to us. That was right after the death, right after the passing of Martin MLK, and
Nah,
they
but
referred to us as
I
American
wasn't talking
Indian.
about that. I said
Okay, I'm sorry.
1862. That's 100 years before Dr. King.
Well,
1862 Homestead Act.
listen, I want you to break that down, but I really do have to go right now.
No,
I have a lot.
got. Yeah. No, I appreciate you.
I deeply apologize for having to run like
No,
this. I'm
no,
way
cool.
over
Now,
time.
when you hop back on, I want the Laura Abels, I want the Garvey guy, I want the Haitian back with you. You dig? I want other folks on the phone.
Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But if you choose whatever direction you choose to go, you can definitely get into the 1862 not fair housing, but Homestead Act if you like.
Yeah.
Are you referring to the Homestead Act that gave the YTs a lot of homes for free and
No,
land?
no, no. It was about home. It's about land. It was about 270 million acres of land.
That's right, land. Right. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
now,
Okay. But let me step off as you break that down though.
yeah. So now I was gonna ask you, how did that
Go ahead.
land come about? Because that land just ain't come out of thin air. Like, how that land become available?
I could only guess. I wouldn't know for sure. I can only
Okay.
guess and say what I
So,
think is.
so there's a term. It's
I,
a historical term.
was it because of the expansion toward the west?
Nah, nah. This is way before that. So there's a term. that Tariq Nasheed talks about a lot, right? It's called clearing out. Okay, clearing out. So white people made Black Americans on plantations slave work. We cleared out the land. That means jungles, swamps. We drained the swamps. We cut down the trees, and we made it habitable, foundational land. We did that. 270 million acres of land. And white people thanked us by giving it to recent British people and Scandinavian Caucasians over here. That's how they thanked us. They didn't give us 1 acre of that land.
Were those people enslaved that were doing that work, or there was something
Yeah, of
else?
course. It was it was
Okay.
us. It was plantation.
I wasn't sure if it was after that or not. That's all.
Nah, yeah, nah, it's definitely plantation work. So all we wanted was 40 acres. So now look, the 270 million acres of land worked out to be 160 acres per white T person that comes to America, right? Anglo-Saxon. This ain't dealing with Southern and Eastern. No Ukrainians, no Armenians, none of those guys. No people from Italy. Yeah, they were seen as inferiors. So this was only for Anglos, people who believed to be Anglos, Scandinavians, French, Irish, people like that had access to this land. All right. So all we wanted, just what a year later, we said, all right, well, just give us a fourth of that. That's 160 acres per white T person. Well, give us a
Mm-hmm.
fourth of that. Give us
Mm-hmm.
400,000. Give us that Confederate land we about to take over, which was 400,000 acres. Give us that, and we'll divvy it up, and it'd be 40 acres and a mule, right? To each
Mm-hmm.
person that was entitled to it. That's all we wanted. A fourth of what they got. It was granted, as you know, history. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. It was taken from and given back to white people as reparations back to them. But
Amazing.
yeah, so that's something I think Laura Alba may know. I'm not sure. But I think he'll know that. But your Garvey Haitian guy, they ain't gonna know that.
I didn't know that. I never heard it broken down like that. That's where 40 acres and a mule came from as far as the calculus on it.
Yep.
I've never heard it broken down like that.
Yep. Yes, sir.
No,
Yes.
no, no. That's new information right there. That's a learning experience. I really appreciate that. That's something I can carry on for life. I hear you. I hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying, I'm saying, hey, look, bro. What I try to do is give us information that's beneficial, but I make it simple where your 6, 7 year old can understand it. It ain't
Right.
deep.
You're a true teacher.
Appreciate that.
No doubt. No doubt. I
And,
mean
and,
that
and,
in
and by the way,
true teacher.
I'm the only paid teacher in the community. By the way, everybody else use that word loosely. Okay, wait. I'm right back. Yeah, everybody use that word loosely, but nobody get paid 1 dime. Okay, I'm the only paid teacher in the community.
Yeah.
I got flyers and I got a whole LLC. I pay taxes. You dig? I'm the only paid teacher. Everybody else just say use that word loosely. Nobody give them 1 dime.
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah, but check out that Lord Abba and Jabari.
Oh
I'm,
yeah,
I'm sorry,
I'm
excuse me.
yeah.
That's for me to check out. Lord Abba and Marquette, and you
But
can see how
Laura,
he completely ran
I'm
from it.
actually going to share. I'm actually going to share that. Thank you for that content because I'm gonna find that and share it. I know Laura Alba cooked them, but I'm going to I'm going to play it and
No, he was
share it.
trying not. He was trying not to cook him. He was trying to be real fair and real smooth. And he was laughing it off and whatnot. But Marquette was running, and then eventually ran. He eventually ran, and then after he ran, he blocked him. I think it was like really ridiculous,
Yeah,
especially when you look at the kind of guests that he brings on regularly. But when
right.
it came to Lord Abba, he completely ran from him.
Yeah,
And
but
I
bro,
know. A part of that is because Marquette uses a lot of intimidation tactics. I'll
right.
fight you and I'll beat you up, but then
Or
we
your
can hear.
IQ level. You didn't go to Hopkins University like I did. He does all that right to
Well, he
the
did
ad
that.
hominem.
He did
Of
that one.
course,
But I'm saying
that's
that
called
that
pimping
didn't
out.
that it was like water off of his back. So when it came to the fighting and the boxing and the kicking, like Lord Abba, you're not gonna beat me. You're not gonna beat me in that regard. So knock it off. Let's not even, you know what I'm saying. So he's like, man, I ain't got you on that one. So now what do I do? So then he eventually ran from it, and it was very surprising, unless somebody like you hears it, and you wouldn't be surprised at all because you kind of know what you're dealing
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
when it comes
I
to him.
already know. Like I said, Laura Marquette. I'm trying to get him benefit out, but he comes off as a scammer type guy. And he talks a lot of fighting, ain't fighting nobody. And in my history growing up, when people talk about fighting and they got no recorded fights, they're usually a punk. Okay, okay, because
Hmm.
fighters don't talk about fighting. If anybody know if you're a fighter you got a relative or a friend of fighter, they don't talk about it. They just do it when opportunity arises. You feel me? But this guy do a lot of talking and got no recorded fight. And Aaron Plummer called him out, and he didn't want no smoke. But yeah, I don't like the people who talk about fighting, and like you see what happened with Andrew Tate. All that fighting talk and got beat up by a punk.
All that fighting
Right,
talk.
right. So that's why in real life, real human
work.
beings know. Real human beings know they can lose. So nobody's gonna act like they're invincible. Like even Kimbo Slice got beat up. You know. So to believe you can beat everybody, you know you're not a fighter. Any fight can be your last. The guy could be skinny. He could be a midget. He could be obese. You can never know who's gonna be the guy to knock you out. You feel me? You never know. And you see worlds I hear about, it'd be everybody in the sun. It'd be a midget. It'd be a fat. It'd be obese. It'd be cocky. It'd be slim. That's life. That's life. You ain't gonna beat everybody.
Ain't gonna happen.
No.
Rock, paper, scissors.
And listen, and we ain't scared. Look, and the thing is, all that tough talk, we don't, Marquette, the way he looks, we don't see him as intimidating. We don't. Like, we look at Shaka Atmos more of okay, maybe I got to work with this guy. But when we look at Marquette, we don't look at him as an intimidating guy who I got to nil. No, it's like, nah, I think I might take you, guy. I think I might really beat you. Like, really. I don't think
he uses
you're gonna,
that all the time. He uses it all the time to his advantage. You know, he does a lot of that. But the thing is, how are you going to bring all those guys on and you beat them down in your program? But then when it comes to somebody like you or somebody like Laura Abel, all of a sudden they can't get on your program and have a debate with you. And,
I'm glad you said that. And this is why I call out the other FBAs, the Alpha Elites and the Black Alphas and all these guys, because you have the clout to get the people I'm chasing on your channel. You're the A side. You got all the views. You can get them. I can't get them. I don't have the clout. But you don't go after them. You don't even say their name. You dig? I'm over here on the other end saying their name, trying to get them, and I don't get the support. But these guys never say their name, never say these guys' names. But they'll talk about them behind their back. They'll talk about Nick Fuentes, they'll talk about Jared Taylor about them, but they'll never invite them on. So it's like, yo, nah, I can't respect that. Listen, you got enough clout, you got enough viewership to invite them more, and they will come. Because these are clout chasers. These are clickbaiters. They will come. But you never invited them. Never said their name. That's daddy's, you know. You never said their name. So for Marquette, like Marquette also get these guys also. The Candace Owens, he talk about her, but she right there. She right there.
She's pretty good. She's all right. I mean,
I don't want
to mention any more names, but you know, there's others. There are others. I mean, you got the one guy who does disagreement day every weekend. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait, now who's that? Nah, I want names.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Look, I'm talking about the amazing Lucas.
Nah, okay, yeah, I will cook him. I will cook him.
No, he's pretty good, but I know you'll cook him. But the thing, but a lot of it is you go into his past and you can kind of bring up his past and say, man, you did a whole flip flop. So aside from that,
bringing up no past. I'm bringing up current arguments
with him.
I'm bringing up. I don't want no past argument. I want to know what you're talking about right now. You know, because these guys act like white supremacy doesn't exist. All this conservative talk. I want to hold you to that. Him, you know, a bunch of the guys that talk like that. There's the Tate brothers, the Tatum, those guys,
the Tate brothers, and the two mixed race kid, the twins.
Yeah, those mulatto mutts, and then you got
terrible.
You got Conscious Lee. Conscious Lee's a clown.
Oh my God!
I want to RIP him now. But listen, I can't do it. People don't support me enough. But the support goes to the other channels, and they don't even ask them of that. Like, hey, why don't you invite Conscious? Because Conscious Lee will come up to Afro-Elite if you invite him more, because he got the clout. Conscious Lee don't. So he's a clout chaser, Conscious Lee. So he will actually come. But these folks don't want to talk to. I can't wrap it around my head. Like, they don't want to talk to the ops. They rather talk about them, but they won't talk to them. I want to talk to the ops. So if I had the same support that they gave these other guys, I promise you, I promise. Like the same way I'm calling for you, Abba and other guys you got,
Yeah.
I'll be calling for the same guys. Nick Fuentes, bro. I believe what I believe, man, and I will RIP on my sword and my shield.
Mm-hmm.
I will take an L if I need to, but I need to know if what I'm saying is true or false.
Yeah,
You feel
and
me?
only still
I'm trying
sharp
to talk to
still.
the best, right? So, and guess what? I'm gonna learn. If I get cooked, I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
better because I got sharpened. Like you said, I got.
Now
I'm gonna learn,
don't repeat the same
and I'll be
mistake
better.
again.
That's all. And don't repeat the same misinformation again. You dig? So if I see some foolishness and they get cooked, I won't say it again. I guarantee that. But I
Right.
only want to talk to the best. That's why I want Laura Abba. I want the guys you're talking about, and I want Brother Jabari. I don't want the goons, the you know what I mean, the ghouls that's on TikTok. But I'll take them because nobody else stepping up. So I'll take them for now, for entertainment, for content creation. But I rather the big dogs.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to set a whole bunch of that up then. Well, not a whole bunch, but several. I'm gonna try to set
Give me
several of that
Haitian.
up.
I want the Haitian guy first because I believe that's gonna be a first round knockout.
Yeah.
Hey, give
Yeah.
me that guy first,
Yeah.
and then after him,
That's
Marcus Garvey
hilarious.
guy. So I want the
That's gonna
Haitian
be
guy
fun.
first.
You
I
gonna
want
clip
Marcus
that one.
Garvey second. Yeah, I want him first and Marcus Garvey. I know that's the first round knockout, and
Well,
Marcus Garvey might be it.
I may have to do Marcus Garvey first because I'm headed home. That's my brother, and I'm headed home right now.
All right,
It might have to be that way, but we'll see how it all works out. Yeah,
all right. Well, but
we'll see how
just
that all
let me
works out.
know. Like you can get my whole argument. Tell my whole argument. He ain't gonna beat it. Just get my whole argument. Hey, he gonna come with this. So what you got? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But
What you
let him.
got against
Well,
this?
I'll give him the good intro. I'll give him the good intro. Oh, they got. And look at my phone ringing at this very moment. I know.
Nah,
I'm probably cutting out. Let me see. Am I cutting out right now or not?
nah.
Phone is ringing right now. Okay. Either way, it's ringing right now. I'll give him a call back. Either way, hey, peace. Appreciate it. Everything. I appreciate the scholarship and the learning. 100. All right.
Yes,
I
sir.
will run
Appreciate
into
you,
you
bro.
again.
Yes,
Absolutely, my
sir.
brother.
Definitely appreciate you. Peace.
And we coming to chop your tree down.
And let's go.
Hey, Haiti forever. Haiti forever.
I love my Haitian friends,
Marcus,
my Haitian brothers.
Marcus Garvey, there has been no greater black leader. Nah, I can't do that. But yeah, yo, holla,
Well, first of all, he ain't
yo,
black. You dig? And he
I
definitely
know,
never.
right? Stupid.
First of all, he
But
ain't
holla,
black.
hey,
He's Jamaican.
holla at you. I really appreciate it all. Let me run.
Yes,
Peace,
sir.
peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.
One.
One. Yeah. Now I want him to bring these guys. All right. Now he got more. I believe he got more faith in the guys than the guys got faith in themselves. All right. That's the thing. I'm gonna get my brother to fight you, and your brother see the opponent be like, "Nah, I'm good. Apologize." You dig? Like that's what that's gonna be. Well, all of them, including Laura Abba. Like, come on, man. Like these guys, I know for a fact Laura Abba. I was on the phone with Laura Abba. Laura Abba's tapped into what I be talking about. He knows. And if I was wrong in anything I said, he would have been called in and challenged me. Like these guys know they can't see me at all. Not my level at all. And but I'm on Brother Jabari though, because people debate him and they barely get by. If that, nobody ever Whack 100 cooked them, but nobody even like noticed it. That's why I made a clip on my secondary channel. Well, I made it on both channels. I made it on Black News and Updates, and I did it on my secondary channel. That's like Liddy. It's just shorts, but the shorts, every short I ever posted, damn near all of them reached 1,000 views and more. So I got a backup channel. When folks chimped out on this channel, stopped supporting me, stopped showing up, dropped my numbers severely. I said, all right, cool. Let me create another channel where I just do some short stuff. Like no really lives. You did just short stuff. And that channel, I got under it's reaching 200 subscribers now, but I'm still under 200. And I got under 200 subs, and every video, damn near, I'm gonna say almost out of like 30 videos, almost every last one of them was 1,000 and better in less than a month. Okay. So I got about 30, 40,000 views total in about a month. So that channel is way more successful than this channel right here where I'm talking to you guys on. So what I'm trying to say is I don't need to go live ever. I can do my short stuff and I'm good. Like, so I go live 'cause I love you guys and I love giving information. I know you guys need, you don't have, but I don't need, like, I can never go live again. My short channel is lit. I just did a Charleston White video today. It's at 600 views before. Who knows where it's at right now? Let me find out. Don't forget, my channel has less than 200. My channel has less than 200 subscribers, so I'm like over accomplished over there. Hold on, let me see where those views at a Charleston White video. Let me see. So when I come over here to talk to y'all family, I just gotta love you guys. And I'm a teacher. I love teaching, but I can really never come here again. And I'm good on my other channel with the success over there. So right now I got 198 subscribers over there. But let me tell you where that Charleston White video is at. The last one. It's at 825, right? So I uploaded that video, I think about 9 a.m. It's it's 6 p.m. tonight. So right now, I got 825 views. It's going to reach 1,000 before the night's out. You dig? That's far better than I do here on this channel right here. I'm live right now. For how long? How many hours? 2 hours? I've been live. 3 hours I've been live. And I won't get 800 views by the time I log off. And I'm live for all these hours. That Charleston White video is literally 1 minute. It's 800 views already. Right? So I really don't need to go live. I got options. And I ain't Josh. But I do it for the love. You feel me? For the love. Because folks try to say, hey, man, you in it for the money. Well, not really. Because I had to cook my subscription. The people who support me, I had to cook them. And I made them chimp out and unsubscribe or don't support. So it ain't for the money because I wouldn't have said nothing. And I would have just been getting support. No, I'm the can man. Anybody can get it. If you wrong, I'm a cookie. Period. Lineage, no lineage, don't matter. You wrong, you're getting it. And I ain't gonna never stop. I got like I had just clipped one of Charleston White videos. As a matter of fact, I only uploaded one clip because I did a test run. Because before I start uploading the rest of the clips, because he did like a 2 hour and 30 minute interview, whatever. So I uploaded one video as a test run to see like what folks they're gonna watch it or not. So we had 800 something change, and one day, yeah, so I'm gonna be at 1,000. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just upload 2, 3, 4, 5. I got like 20, 25 clips to upload on Charleston White, and then like there's a rumor that he got somebody pewed at him. So I'm gonna do that clip next. I got Andrew Tate on there. I got Kevin Samuel. I got Whack 100. It's lit. It's nothing FBA is over there, by the way. Nothing lineage is over there. It's called Lineage TV, but nothing lineage is over there. It's just, even though Kevin Samuel is lineage, so is Whack 100. But you get what I'm saying. Like the talking points ain't there. It's just 1 minute clips. Even Charles White is lineage. So it's still lineage, but the talking points ain't there. I ain't talking at all. I'm just uploading 1 minute clips, and they're highly successful. Less than 200 subscribers, 1,000 likes. So think about that. If I got 198 subscribers, I drop a Charleston White video. If everybody likes it, I should have 198 views. I got 800 some views. That means that my subscribers like it, plus other folks who not subscribed. That's common sense. Is liking it. And they, so, like I know how to maneuver the V. Let's just say that. I'm nobody yes man. I'm a grown man, sit on my own too, and I say what I want to say when I want to say it, and I say how I want to say it. Nobody, if you offended, then oh well, kick rocks. But that's always been me. So I'm never gonna stop being me. And I might be more nice the way I deliver words, but the words will be delivered. I'm delivered. You see what I'm saying? So it's at 800, and let me see where it's at. It's at, yes. Where's this laptop? Okay, get your shoes. You go to the library. Okay, yeah. So I'm at 827 views on that video. Like I said, that Charleston White video I just did today, that's 1 minute long. That's gonna bring way more views than this live video I just did. Right, way more views. So it ain't the money, because right now when I'm on my channel, it's just charity. I'm just giving back to my family who I love. Ain't no money. Well, it's very little money, if any money. But yeah, my Charleston White videos did good. So let me tell you. So one did 1.3K, one did 2K, one did 831, one did 1.7K, and one did 2K. And this one right here is an 827, almost at 1K. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Charleston view. I got 6 Charleston White videos. That we can say 6 videos. We can say I'm at 6,000. 6 videos at 6,000, if not more. Okay, 6,000 total views for 6 videos. That's not even over 1 minute. So, I mean, that's common sense. 1 minute video, 1,000 views, 2,000 views, or I can do a 2-3 hour live and get 400 views. Like, which one is make more sense? 1,000 views, 2,000 views for 1 minute, or 400 views for 3 hours? Like, come on, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah. You said Coach Anton. Now I love pushback. Like I love pushback. Um, Coach. You said chop it up with Coach. No, you talking about Anton Daniels? Hell, they straight coon. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Anton Daniels. If you talking about Anton Daniels, he's not a debater. Like there's some people who debate and there's some people who don't. And if you talking about Anton Daniels, he does not debate. Yeah. So and then it's like it's trust me, he does not debate. And he will never hop into a debate atmosphere. If you're talking about Anton Daniels, he will never debate and he'll never hop into a debate atmosphere. I would love to talk to him because he said some slick stuff about FBAs, and I want to call him on that. Okay, so if I talk to Anton Daniels, if that's what you're talking about, I want to know what's up what he said about FBAs. Okay, I know he can't defend it. I know he can't justify it. I know he don't know shit about history and linguistics and grammar, so it's not going to be in his favor at all. And he's not going to accept that type of dialogue. I'll take it though. You know what I mean? I'll I'll take the clout. I'll talk to you. So if if he's not gonna it's not gonna happen though. Like these guys are not they're not silly. They're not gonna take on any challenge. Not with me. You know, he gonna see my views and subscription like, nah, I'm good. High risk, low rewards. How you gonna look at me? It's because I don't get the support. So when you don't get the support, people don't acknowledge you. And I'm trying to tell the lineage, like, hey man, y'all support me. I could bring you these debates, these dialogues. I can get the Nick Fuenteses, the Jared Taylors, the Myron Gaines. I get them over here if the numbers are right. If I'm getting those same numbers everybody's getting, if I'm getting at 1.4, 2 point this, 3.4K live viewers, oh yeah, they will come over here. And I will have all the lightweights too. So not only the heavyweights, if I had the 1K live viewership, if I had the 3K live viewership, I would do something that none of them are doing, including Tariq. I would have all the heavyweights and lightweights over here. I would have, if I had those numbers, I would have the lightweights and the heavyweights. I want somebody to call my bluff. Give me those numbers. I guarantee I had these guys over here because they're cloud chasers. They're trolls. Myron's begging to debate Tariq Nasheed. Look, bro, you ain't got to beg me. Pull up. Pull up. And Sudan is not off topic. Sudan is on topic. You dig? You go after my homeland, going after yours. Okay, so we're not going to do that. He tried to tell Tariq Nasheed, oh, you can't come after Sudan. Nah, it's about me. No, sir, because you're attacking FBAs versus you. No, sir. That's not how that works. If you attack our collective, we gotta attack your collective. If you're gonna represent yourself as a single man, then we compare you to Diddy. Then we compare you to Diddy or Jay-Z, and you're gonna lose. Or Tariq Nasheed, you're gonna lose as far as success and accomplishments. What you known for? Bringing drunk college girls on your platform, cussing them out. Like you know for that, dude. That's not. That's here to my IQ. That's not IQ. Cussing out 20-year-olds, my guy. Drunk 18-year-olds. Yeah. So I, I'm down for the dialogues. Because I'm a content creator. So I would love to give folks new content. I would love to create new content with these names on there, big names like Myron and all these guys, Anton Daniels. I would love to have them. I called in Star Report, by the way. I called in Star Report, and he gave me nothing but flowers. Like he praised when I got done saying what I had to say, he praised me. Okay. So I already know my value. FBAs don't because a lot of them are toxic. A lot of them do got low IQs and they don't understand good information when it's in front of them. So a lot of them chimp out and listen to just rah, 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 arguing, tether that to this. That's all they want to hear. They don't want to hear good information about themselves. So what everybody say about FBAs, all of it ain't true. Some of it is true. 'Cause look at the FBA spaces. Look at who they listen to. Look who they don't. People like myself who actually brings history. You heard the brother who just hopped off. He said, I ain't never heard it put that way. That's what I usually get when I talk. These other folks with all the views, they never get that. But a lot of us are exactly what white teacher supremacists say we are. And a lot of us are not. But some of us are. You dig? And we show it. We show it. We show it. It's called accountability. Accountability. A lot of folks don't want to be accountable. They want to say they want to say and just run. Not happening. I'm gonna hold you accountable. Some of us will hold you accountable. All right. So anyway, fam, I'm out of here. Catch me on tomorrow, 5 a.m. So I tried something today. They got me doing something different. So I said, let me get an extra hour of sleep. Cause normally I wake up at 4 a.m., but this time I worked at 5:15. That's why I couldn't get on live at 5. So it might be another late live. I hate late lives. But let's see. It might be another late live. Because I went live at 5:37 a.m. That's called a late live. I like to go live no later than 5:15 a.m. So if y'all see me live after 5:15 a.m., that means I'm running late. Okay. So that's just what it is. So hopefully I can be live 5 a.m. or before 5:15 a.m. tomorrow. I got a toothache, so that's what's waking me up, to be honest. I got a crazy toothache. It's like painful. That's like waking me up. It started like Sunday. Sunday it started. And I thought it was tolerable, but it's getting intolerable now. All right. So folks who love the work, you can donate as little as $1 to Cash App. Unbiased Ron. B1BAF. We won We are your family.